day. And let's see what he's going to produce. So here he is. He's going to be bowling to the cock, who's 13 of 9. He's there now and bowls. That delivery was just about slanting down the leg side, looking to heave that behind square on the leg side. Didn't make contact. The ball hit him onto the pad and just bubbled up in front of him on the offside. And just kicked it away, the cock. No real harm done at all. Fabian Allen with that little hairstyle, of course, brownish coloured, creamish coloured hairstyle up there. So many of our players, you see them with different hairstyles and colorations, and you see it also, of course, in the English League of football, where all of these players look so flamboyant and do things that would basically talk about their trademark. Here he is once more. In now is Allen and bowls to the cock. The cock is onto the back foot, pulls that down to the deep backward square here. Is going to be cut off just inside the boundary. They will come back for what would be the second run today. And the total has now moved on to 33. So Bravo has had quite a bit of work already this morning. Run rate 9.90, 33 without loss. That's a fine start, hey, by South Africa, given by Hendricks and the cock. So Hendricks will take strike now. They had just a single. Here once more is Allen. He is going to move in left arm round the wicket. He's there on balls and good delivery. Ball takes more the inside portion of the bat. There's a bit of uncertainty about that shot, and that was Pollard just moving in there from mid-on, picks the ball up and hurled the return to the keeper. No harm done at all, but it was a lovely delivery. Nice flight. Wasn't drivable. Here is Fabian Allen. Ball. Oh, he's bowled him. He's bowled him. That was a lovely delivery. It was a lovely delivery. There was Hendrick coming down the track, and he's doing a little bit of sun dancing there. Celebration coming down the track, and he just held it back a little bit.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Match South Africa, of course, will be brimming with confidence after the demolition of the West Indies in the Test series. However, this is a different version of the game. It's the game where the West Indies are supposed to be kings of the game. They are the defending world champions. And hopefully they should start well in Grenada today, the first of 5 T20 internationals. And even Stevens, South Africa, off to a blistering start, but the West Indies would have pegged them back a bit with that wicket there by Fabian Allen.
So Temba Buvama comes in. He's the captain, didn't play in the Test series, and it all had to do with the fact that he was injured, but he's in full health now. Everything is fine with him, and so he's back as the captain there, and he's going to be showcasing his prowess. Delivery that wrapped him on the pad. There's an appeal for leg before, looking to paddle that ball just behind square on the leg side. The umpire says no, won't give that one out. Good bowling here by Allen. Total remains on 33 for 1. As you can't get a better start than this lovely dream start here by Allen. Here once more is Allen, left arm round the wicket, bowls, nicely flighted delivery. And the ball is pushed up on the onside. Allen moves in on his...
Energy management tips. Use air conditioning wisely. Close doors and windows in air-conditioned spaces. When ironing, ironing bulk. Do not overfill your refrigerator. Do not set the temperature too low. Clean the coils. Buy energy-efficient equipment and appliances.
Grenlec, serving the nation. cost? Yes, man.
And did you know, wait, you knew that?
Of course, I also know that with using LED lights, I get brighter lighting that lasts longer and is better for the environment too. And by choosing my LED lights from Caribbean LED, I get up to 3 years warranty.
Wow, you know very much.
I hear all the ads on radio for Caribbean LED. Call them and ask at 621-0092 or visit them in Lower Estate or Vildy if you don't believe me.
Yes, so the West Indies, of course, reaping early success through Allen, and then he had a appeal for a leg before, which was turned down. Holder, who had just the one over, is pulled back into the attack. The run rate now 8.25. He's going to be bowling to the Cock, because Quinton de Kock, prolific player, he's such a wonderful player, pleasing on the eyes for everyone, of course. Nice touch player. And he's going to be showcasing his ability and talent here at the National Stadium here in Grenada. What a lovely, picturesque ground this is. Here once more is a new over outside the off stump looking to drive. Ball pitch on the wider side. And the Cock not really getting across, but you could see him using the hands as if just wanting to stay there and throw the kitchen sink at it. And the ball just going past the rushing blade collected behind the stumps by Nicholas Pooran. So Jason Holder maybe just tantalizing him there outside the off stump. Went after it, didn't make contact. So it's going to be Holder once more. Moves in. The Cock is 14. He's in now and bowls and gets inside the line and just cheekily just scoops that away down to the fine leg area. That's 4 runs. Well, it was full onto the maybe just outside the off stump, went outside the off stump and just lapped it over, scooped it over the fine leg area, 4 runs. So the Cock has gone now to 18 and the total has gone to 37 for 1.
Yeah, showing intent there, he walked across the wicket quite early and Jason Holder, full pitch delivery. The Cock at Ceylon of the off stump and just scooped it down to fine leg. Good looking shot.
Here once more is Holder in to bowl to the Cock, who comes forward and drives the ball out to extra cover. But can't pierce the field. Simmons there at extra cover. Total remains on 37 for 1. The Cock is on 18. There's a platform he's building maybe to launch a severe attack a little later on in the innings. But it's still early days here, as it's going to be once more Holder moves in to bowl to the Cock, who's 18. He just leans forward, lengthens and strengthens those strides. Now he's there down the track and he opens the face of the bat and bangs that square of the wicket on the offside. Will come back for the second run as the return comes in from Andre Fletcher. Well, he just had to really stride home, but it was close. I don't think that Pooran may have dislodged the bails, but Fletcher got it and sent a good sharp return. And if maybe he had taken off the bails, that would have been very interesting to see what the outcome would have been.
Excellent fielding there by Andre Fletcher. A bit of hesitation coming for the second run and saying that he would have been way out of his ground, but didn't collect it properly. Excellent fielding by Andre Fletcher out in the deep there.
Here once more is a delivery outside the off stump. He goes and he pulls that down to the deep mid-wicket area. That's gone all the way, it looks. Fine shot. That's 6 runs. Now confirmed. Short delivery. Onto the back foot he went outside the off stump and he pulled that down to forward square. 6 runs there to the Cock, who's really motoring on now. He's gone to 26. Is 45 for 1.
Yes, Clinton de Kock can be a very dangerous batsman, especially in this version of the game. We know of his great talent. That's a great shot there. Just using his feet and just playing over the mid-wicket area. And Jason Holder being punished there. And the West Indies would really love to see the back of the Cock because he can become very problematic for them.
Tony, it's not very often you see keepers making those sort of misses, not getting the bails off.
Yes, that was a great bit of fielding there by Fletcher.
Here is once more Holder. You could see the earnesty in his body language. Moves in there now and bowls, and he comes forward is the Cock and pushes the ball up to wideish mid-on rather. Will get a comfortable single. So that completes the over. Holder's gone for 24 of 2. Now that's rather expensive. And at the end of the over, last over bringing up some 13 runs. The Cock is 27. Buvama is yet to score. And South Africa sent in to bat by the West Indies. They're 46 for 1.
Yes, the Cock is looking very dangerous. Playing playing freely, using his feet quite nicely, freeing his arms and playing a number of good-looking shots, both on the off and on the onside, and the West Indies would like to see the back of the cock as quickly as possible. However, good start by South Africa. Although they would have lost 1 wicket, but a very good start indeed, as Fabian Allen now would want to make 14 rows into this South Africa top order batsman, as we say, welcome to Francis Centella.
Here is Allen to de Kock, who is swinging, misses that, cannons into the pad, taken by Poran. As Tony, good afternoon to you. Lovely atmosphere at the National Stadium in Grenada. And the West Indies looking to pull back. South Africa, who's gotten off to a real good start. Allen, de Kock is pulling through mid-wicket. There's runs here for him. They cross for one. Will they come back for the second? No, they won't. Nice, strong return there by Fletcher. And South Africa, 47 for 1, 8.81 per over. And no doubt they will be looking to conserve wickets for a late onslaught. As we back with Allen. Here he is now to bowl to Buvuma, who is paddling that behind square on the onside. Can't score. So, West Indies winning the toss and deciding to bowl. 47 for 1. De Kock on 28 of 19 deliveries. With him is his captain, who is yet to get off the mark. Here is Allen to Buvuma, who is pulling well. That's gone through mid-wicket. There is runs here for him. That will run very close to the boundary. In fact, it will go over the boundary line for 4. Short delivery there by Allen off the back foot. Buvuma pulled that over mid-wicket for 4. So 4 more to the total. That brings up the 50 for South Africa. 51 for 1.
Yeah, poor delivery there from Fabian Allen, dropping that down, and Bavuma was quick onto the back foot and pulling that well.
The short, diminutive figure of Bavuma waits for Allen. Here he is now to him, and he's coming forward, just stroking that up into the offside, and he gets an easy single, showing good use of the feet. They get into the pitch of the delivery, not looking to hit it too hard, just pushing it up into the offside. 1 more to Bavuma. He moves to 5. 52 it is now for 1. So, we just saw a bit of a schoolboy error from Poran a while ago. Here is Allen to bowl to de Kock, and de Kock again is pulling that well, but Fletcher is stationed at the deep mid-wicket boundary. 1 more to de Kock, one of the exciting talents.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Behind him, as we see Fabian, as we see Andre Russell picks up the attack, and Russell, one of the better all-rounders at this version, real sought-after player in T20 cricket. Andre Russell, 50 matches, 26 wickets. So it's a bit of experience. He knows all about this format, Andre Russell, playing T20 all around the world.
Yeah, he's able to give you a lot in terms of both bat and ball. With his pace, he's able to generate some pace and look to sometimes rough up the batsman. And of course, we know how dynamic and powerful he is with the bat.
De Kock looks around the field, surveying, almost like a surveyor, looking for any open spots where he thinks he might be able to score. Russell, the top of his mark, begins to move in, big, bullish, strong shoulders. Here he is now to bowl to de Kock, and de Kock is getting a good delivery. On target, just on about the hip area, can do no more than just push it into the onside. Russell, as agile as a little cat, feels, and he can't score. So, South Africa, very good start so far. And we've seen replays of some shots by Hendricks. So here is Russell again to de Kock, and de Kock is swinging. That's gone. That's gone way over square leg for 6. A huge hit there by de Kock. Short on or about the hip area, and he's helping that way over deep backward square for 6.
Loose delivery there from Russell on the pads of the cock, and really and truly getting into position, and easy pickings for him, and hitting that well behind square into the pavilion. It goes. Excellent shot there from the cock. He was quick onto that loose delivery from Andre Russell.
Attempted slower delivery that really did not come off for Russell, but it came off well from the middle of the cock's bat and way over deep square leg for 6. 59 it is for 1. 6.2 overs, and South Africa increasing the run rate, 9.32 runs per over, and with big hitters like Miller and the likes in the back still to come, South Africa will be very pleased with their position.
Yeah, they would be happy with that start. 53 runs in the power play, with just the loss of the solitary wicket. With that sort of start, they are placing themselves in a position where they can launch coming to the back end of the innings.
Definitely, but the West Indies no doubt would have different ideas. They would be looking to break this partnership between Bavuma and de Kock, and looking to get more success and get into the middle order, or at least stem the flow of runs.
Yes, definitely. The captain Pollard will be looking around to his bowlers to see how he can pull this back.
A very experienced West Indies T20 lineup. The players are no strangers. They know what they ought to do, or what they ought to be doing. Here is Russell. Let's see how he would respond. To bowl to de Kock, and de Kock is turning that nicely through the onside. They cross for 1. They will come back for a second. Nicely placed delivery, not looking to hit it too hard, finding the gap between mid-wicket and long on. 2 more to de Kock. He now moves to 35 of 23, 37 of 23 deliveries, 61 for 1.
Yeah, de Kock there, you could tell that the intention was placement, looking to pick up that too.
So it's a sprinkling of spectators down at the National Stadium in Grenada. Of course, you have to be vaccinated to come and look at the game. And, traditionally, once there is cricket in Grenada, the stadium is rocking. But de Kock, looking to rock something from the middle of the bat, waits for Russell, and he's hitting that straight to the man at mid-on, and he goes, caught. De Kock, slower delivery, deceived by Russell, hits that straight to holder, and he takes the catch. West Indies getting rid of the dangerous Quinton de Kock for 37. 61 it is for 2.
Yeah, certainly a big wicket there. De Kock, the batsman in form, did a really good job in the Test series, and he got off to a good start here. And he would be disappointed with that shot, but I think it was a good catch by Jason Holder in mid-on position, moving around to his right and taking a clean and comfortable catch in the end. And Andre Russell, with the wicket in his first over, will be quite happy and satisfied with that.
Well, definitely. De Kock goes for 37 of 24 deliveries, and it was a good bit of bowling by Russell. You could have seen he held it back and deceived in the flight, deceived with a change of pace, and de Kock going through the shot a lot earlier than anticipated, and hitting it straight to the man at mid-on.
Yeah, it was. Andre Russell, since the first delivery in the over, actually, he seems to be going to his slower deliveries, and this one on this occasion, bringing him the success that he wanted.
We're ready. Cricket is we game, don't know quite the same. We still display our passion, love all over the Caribbean. Can you feel the energy? Team spirit and unity. Feel the soul of the Caribbean. Courage to stand as one. Yeah, play it safe. We the best, yeah, the best, yeah, the best, yeah, the best, yeah. With passion, courage, and love, we in this together now.
Republic Bank, official banking partner of CPL 2021.
I think 150, 160.
Well, anything above 8 and over 160, you feel that you have a chance. Here is Russell to bowl to Van der Dusen, who is pulling over square leg. Fletcher from the boundary sends a strong return, almost too strong for Puran, who is having to jump almost like if he's doing a high jump in the Olympics. But he got the glove onto it, no extra. So 62 it is for the loss of 2. Van der Dusen off the mark with 1. His captain Bavuma is there with him, not out on 5. So 2 relatively new batsmen on the crease. West.
Open borders with the right precautions will keep us safe and lead us to the successful rejuvenation of our tourist industry. Because when we come together as a country, we all win.
I did it for my co-workers.
I did it for my granny.
What's up? I did it for my neighbor.
I did it for my business.
Help us, help Grenada.
I did it for myself and my family. Get vaccinated.
Together, we can defeat COVID-19. Get vaccinated.
So, South Africa, 62 for the loss of 2. West Indies looking to come back, looking to stifle the runs and looking to put some pressure on the South African batsmen. Now 2 new batsmen on the crease. Bavuma, 5 from 6 delivery, and Van der Dusen just off the mark. Here is Allen to bowl to Van der Dusen. A loud appeal for leg before. Not out, says the umpire, looking to play the reverse sweep. Let's see if the captain will go to the third umpire for this one. Leg by signal by the umpire. So we looking to see if Pollard would go upstairs. Yes, he is going upstairs. And that looked pretty close, Cyprian.
Yeah, I quite agree. I thought Pollard took a while to go upstairs. To me, and the wicketkeeper Pooran would be in the best position to advise Pollard, and it seemed pretty adjacent. It was a full pitch delivery from Fabian Allen, and Bavuma playing the reverse sweep and missing and ball hitting the pad. And let's see what the third umpire would say about this.
Actually hitting his hand and not the pad, because he looking to play the reverse sweep and the ball hits him around the elbow. If he's out LBW, that would be almost comical for a ball to hit you on your hand and you're out leg before wicket. But that's all part of the game, the great innovations of cricket. And we remember something like Telekaratne Dilshan inventing the scoop, the Dill scoop. A lot of those shots in the game now. And we see DRS is looking for is there a touch on the bat just before it passes? Also looking at the area where that ball may have struck him on the hand. If it's anywhere under the wrist, it will be considered as part of the bat. Let's see. It's pitched on the line, hitting in line. I think might just be the bounce saving him there. And umpire Gustav got it right, but it was pretty adjacent, height saving Bavuma. We see a bit of a rain and the groundsmen are getting ready, all clad in the red t-shirt, and the fielders are actually walking off the field because rain has interrupted play at the National Stadium with South Africa 63 for 2 over 7.1.
Yeah, the break in play a bit disappointing. It's not falling too heavy at the moment, so I don't think that the break would be that extended, but the covers, of course, are coming on. The umpires in the best position and making that decision to just go off the field. Of course, they would want to protect and preserve the square as much as possible.
Well, definitely, because you don't want any additional moisture to get onto the surface, and the umpires in the best position and within the judgment, they think that it is heavy enough to go off. It has been persistent for a while, and they think that it's heavy enough. So we'll just run through the bowling figures for you. Sinclair, 2 overs for 21 runs. Holder, 2 overs, no maidens, 20 run for 24. Fabian Allen, 2.1 overs. The pick of the bowlers, 1 for 8. And we had that's Andre Russell, 1 over 9 runs, 1 wicket. South Africa losing Hendricks for 17 of 11 deliveries, and De Kock, he made 37. So that's the 2 wickets for the West Indies so far. And all, we can say at this stage, it's pretty even, Stevens.
Yeah, I think it's even. Of course, South Africa got off to a good start, but the West Indies team doing a really good job with Andre Russell picking up that second wicket with 2 new batsmen at the wicket. You saw that last delivery. going up to
third umpire.
To the third umpire, and the third umpire in position, Nigel Duguid, with the assistance of the technology, of course, Ultra Edge as well as ball tracking. We saw that delivery going over the stump.
Yes, with technology involved these days, it makes it fair. So if the umpires do make an error, there's always room for human error when you're dealing with sports. So the technology is there to correct it. And it was a very good appeal, though. And I think Bavuma could have considered himself very fortunate with height, and that's it, because there hasn't been that big bounce in the wicket, but a bit of bounce and turn for Allen.
Yeah, most definitely. And first, when I saw it initially, I thought, well, this must be out. But with the assistance of the technology, proved that not out. Was a good on-field decision by umpire Patrick Gustard. The area where the rain is coming from doesn't look too dark and gloomy. Of course, the rain is around. There has been some rain over the past week or so. So we just wait to see how things would unfold.
Well, just to run through the West Indies 11 for you, if you're just joining us, Andre Fletcher, Evan Lewis, Chris Gale, Nicholas Puran, Karen Pollard, Andre Russell, Dwayne Bravo, Jason Holder, Fabian Allen, Obed McCoy, and Kevin Sinclair. That would be the West Indies 11 for you. So we see that Lendl Simmons and Hettemeier not getting into the 11. And with South Africa, Quinton de Kock, Hendricks, Bavuma, Van der Dusen, Klassen, Miller, Lindy, Rabada, Nonji, Samsi, and Ngidi.
Yeah, both teams are really, really good teams. We expect this series to be a very competitive one. Of course, West Indies would be looking to get some revenge after the whitewash in the Test series, and South Africa on a high. The saying is we normally hear the saying, winning is a habit, and they would be looking to continue that habit. Of course, the West Indies team have quite a few experienced players there, and as they prepare for the T20 World Cup, which is just around the corner, they will be looking to keep this team together and get into that winning habit.
Well, definitely. And we know that, the West Indies, there will be no shortage of cricket for the West Indies from now until the World T20, because we have the CPL, Australia would be in the Caribbean, Pakistan would be in the Caribbean. So the West Indies basically would have a healthy diet of cricket for the next 3 or so months, and should put them in good stead for the defense of the World T20 Championship.
Yeah, it always helps when you're playing cricket. Off the field training is one thing, but match practice and match time in the middle is always very important, particularly for batsmen. It also places the team in a position to see the resources that they have, how things would go. They're able to use different opening partnerships, different players at the top of the order. Of course, we have Chris Gale, we have Andre Fletcher, we have Lendl Simmons. These are guys that they would be looking for the perfect combination heading into the T20 World Cup.
Well, definitely. The selectors will have the unenviable task of selecting at the West Indies team, because we have some very talented T20 players, and at any given day you can have 10 match winners on a West Indies team. There are 11 match winners on a West Indies team, irrespective of what combination that you choose. West Indies very, very talented, especially in that format of the game. So, it's just a slight drizzle. The players are back out on the square. That's the good news. As we see the diminutive figure of Bavuma makes his way back out into the middle. And we will be resuming shortly. 63 for 2 over 7.1. So I don't think there'll be any deduction in overs for that very short stoppage. We're back with Allen, who tosses the ball from hand to hand, almost Paul Pogba-like hairstyle. must be a fan of the Manchester United and French midfielder. We know that the Euro 2020 is actually taking place in 2021. So Allen, looking to make a mark for himself now, comes into bowl to Bavuma, and Bavuma is driving nicely up into the offside. He gets one that brings the tall, lanky figure of Holder from off the long off boundary. Sends a return to Puran. One more to the total. 64 it is for 2. Bavuma moves up to 6. And Allen has been very good so far. As Van der Dusen waits for him now. Here he is with 2 Van der Dusen. Wide deliveries, driving again up to long off. And it's Holder who comes in to play. So no doubt the West Indies wouldn't mind the singles, would be looking to cut off all the boundaries as Allen is keeping it very tight. He has been the best bowler so far on park this afternoon, sorry. Here he is again now to bowl to Bavuma, and Bavuma again is looking to reverse sweep. This time gets it behind square on the offside. Hurry through for a single. One more to the total. He moves up to 7, and it's 66 for the loss of 2. Strike rate or run rate of 8.61. And South Africa for the next 5 or so overs would be looking to preserve wickets and consolidate. Here is Allen to bowl to Van der Dusen again, employing the reverse sweep again to Bravo. Almost a mix-up there with between the captain and Van der Dusen, but all is well that ends well. One more to the total, 67 it is for the loss of 2, and we can see that the strategy against Allen is to employ the reverse sweep. Here he is now again to bowl to Bavuma, not sweeping this time, tucking that into the onside. They cross for 1. Will they come back for the second? Fletcher is quick to it, sends the return to Puran. And at the end of over number 8, 68 for 2. That's the latest score at the National Stadium in Grenada.
C-R-O. C-R-O. What you doing? Practicing how to say hello in Italian so I can go impress the folks at Caribbean LED.
You mean because they have the new Fumagale range of lighting fixtures, ideal for outdoor use, especially for homes like ours in the tropics, affected by constant sunlight and sea spray?
Si, Fumagale.
Alright you, head to the store at Wildy. I will go to the Laura Estate location on my way home. Oh, and it's not C-R-O, it's pronounced Chow.
Wait, it's Chow?
So we're back at the National Stadium with Andrew Russell to bowl to Bavuma. Bavuma is looking to pull a shot delivery. They're going through for a quick leg by. Would have taken him somewhere on the shoulder, beaten for pace. They're looking to hit that over the backward square. A bit of bounce and pace from Russell. That cannon into his shoulder, but he is a tough character. And went through for leg by. So 1 more to the total. And it moves up to 69 it is for 2. In fact, may have gotten a little bit of bat onto that. So Bavuma moves up to 9. With him is Van der Dusen, who's on 3. The West Indies just reducing and checking the run rate a bit and slowing the progress of South Africa. And Captain Pollard will be happy. Here is Russell to bowl to Van der Dusen. He's opening the face of the bat, guiding that nicely down towards the vacant third man region for 4. Getting on top of the bounce, just opening the face of the bat and running it through the vacant slip region down to third man for 4. 4 to Van der Dusen. He moves up to 7, and the total moves into the 70s. It's 73 for the loss of 2.
Excellent shot there from Van der Dusen. He looked to place it and very much intended to hit it down there. Chris Gayle looking across his left had no chance.
Settles, tops away merrily at the crease, waits for Russell, who races into him now and is getting a short delivery. He's pulling well. Down to Fletcher at deep backward square. Fletcher almost stationed like a furniture down at the deep backward square area. And the total moves up to 74 for 2. And Russell, we've seen, he's starting to employ the short pitch delivery. Don't know if it's a particular ploy.
Yeah, a bit of change in strategy. He started off with using his slower balls in his first over, but here in his second over, going short.
Here he is now to bowl to Bavuma. Bavuma is getting a wideish delivery outside. He off some flashes at it. Signal now wide by the umpire. And he's a very small man, Bavuma, and he was using every inch. And the umpire... So one more. In fact, it didn't signal a wide.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Energy management tips. Use air conditioning wisely. Close doors and windows in air-conditioned spaces. When ironing bulk. Do not overfill your refrigerator. Do not set the temperature too low. Clean the coils. Buy energy-efficient equipment and appliances.
Grenlec, serving the nation.
Inserting the South Africans, 74 for the loss of 2. The batsmen out. Hendricks for 17 and De Kock for 37. Successful bowlers for the West Indies. Andre Russell, 1 for 15 off 1.5 overs, and Fabian Allen 1 for 13 in 3 overs. He has looked the best of the bowlers so far. Jason Holder 2 overs for 24 runs, and Sinclair 2 overs for 21 runs. So Cyprian 8.4 overs, 74 for 2. Very, very even at this stage.
Yeah, West Indies was able to pull it back. Clearly through the works of Fabian Allen. I think he's clearly the pick of the bowlers. The way he bowled the ball as well, giving the ball a lot of flight and bowling the ball slow. And even in his last over, both batsmen are Bavuma as well as Van der Dusen looking to use the reverse sweep against him at the pace that he's bowling. Though I'm not sure how much they would get for that with the fielder placed at the backward point area. Not much pace to work with, so it would be difficult to get the ball across to the boundaries. So I'm not sure about that tactic there from the South African batsmen. But good work from Fabian Allen and Andre Russell supporting him. Of course, West Indies using only the 4 bowlers. It'll be interesting to see who Captain Pollard would look to next. Of course, he has himself that he can use, as well as Dwayne Bravo. Normally in T20, we would look for Dwayne Bravo to bowl in the dead overs. Of course, he considers himself a dead specialist, and he loves bowling in the dead.
Yes, well, his exploits over the years in the T20, he has been one of the most successful bowlers in T20 history, Dwayne Bravo. And in the closing overs, he can be very dangerous with his change of pace. And, of course, his experience will help him a lot during the closing overs. And we've known he's almost made that his own. Bravo, as I say, welcome back to Anthony Dixon. Tony, 74 for 2, 8.4 overs. What's your take?
I think the West Indies will be quite happy with the fact that they would have gotten rid of Quinton de Kock, very dangerous player. Good record against the West Indies also. It's been in tremendous form in the Test series. And started today like a man possessed, playing a number of wonderful shots, number of big hits over the boundary for 6. So I think that wicket of Clinton de Kock would be welcomed by the West Indies. 2 new batters at the wicket. Bavuma more of a hustler, not much sixes and fours in T20 cricket, and they would have to start again. Of course, the present conditions with the rain, coming and stopping and going back on wouldn't really help the batters in terms of their concentration and, being as focused as possible, and flowing as they would like. But by and large, I think at this stage in the game, it's even Stevens.
Yes, it's pretty much even Stevens at this stage, and West Indies will feel a bit happy because they've just took a hammering from South Africa, losing the 2 Test matches, one by an innings and 63 runs, and the other by 158 runs. That has been some very heavy defeats that West Indies faced in the Test series, and they will be looking to redeem themselves and looking for revenge in this format of the game. And Tony, and after some more words from you, it will be Stevenson World.
Yeah, well, I think the West Indies would want to improve on their cricket generally in preparation for the upcoming T20 World Cup. Of course, they are the defending champions. And I think the team that is playing in this T20 format of the game is a bit different from the Test team, a number of young players in the Test team. This is a very experienced T20 West Indies team. Some of the best players in T20 cricket globally are in that team: Chris Gayle, Kieron Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, Andre Russell. So a number of players who have been there, proven a lot of experience, fantastic performances over the years. And by and large, I think they should play much better in this version than they did in the Test series, Stephen.
I would think so. The West Indies feel a little bit more comfortable playing the shorter version of the game. But I must admit, though they are the reigning champions, they've not been doing so very well in 2020 cricket, Tony.
No, they haven't been doing. As a matter of fact, despite the fact that they have not collectively performed as well as they would like to. A number of individual players, great potential, fantastic performances individually, but as a unit, they have not done well. Remember Kieron Pollard in the last series making the point that they have to become accustomed to winning cricket matches, and this is a good opportunity for them. The National Stadium in St. George's, Grenada, batters love this surface. It's going to be very interesting to see what sort of total South Africa will pose in this 20 match, in this game here. And by and large, Stephen, the surface, I think the surface has done well so far. We've had a number of showers this June month. Even today, the rain has been going on and off. But I think by and large, the surface has played well so far. We have seen Clinton de Kock playing some marvelous shots, playing through the line. We haven't seen much devils, much out of the ordinary so far in the surface. And by and large, I think we're in for a tremendous T20 game.
Just in case you've just joined us, we've had 2 stoppages, and we doubt that it's going to be any extended stoppage at all. So it's all is fair and well again. The weather is back with us. Not brilliant sunshine, but we're back for after the second stoppage, that is. So Buvama continues to battle on. And just looking at the horizon area to the western area of the ground, the sun has just a little fading, really. It's not brilliant sunshine, but bright enough for continuation of the game. So Van der Dusen, he's on 8, 82 for 2, the run rate 8.89, and Russell into his second over. So there he's going to get ready to bowl to Van der Dusen. And a nice platform, I dare say, here for South Africa, for them to maybe get within a total of about, I would say, Tony, they've got to think about over the 150 mark, shouldn't they?
Yes, they definitely want to score somewhere in the reach of 170, 180. I think that would be a very challenging total on this surface. Of course, we have people as David Miller in the lineup who will probably be coming in later on the innings. Fantastic record against the West Indies. And by and large, I think, it's going to be interesting to see the way they proceed from here. McCoy is coming into the attack. We haven't seen him for the afternoon as yet, and it's going to he's going to look to see what he has to offer.
Yeah, this big left-hander just doing a little bit of exercising there. And Van der Dusen, who's turning the bat, just spinning the bat, moves in here, is Obed McCoy in now and bowls, and a delivery that is short just outside the off stump onto the back foot. Allen goes after it, but Fletcher comes in from a deep extra cover position, picks the ball up, and the batsmen have time to cross for one. So one more to Van der Dusen has gone up to 9, and the total has moved on to 81 for 2. 81 for 2. So Obed McCoy, left arm, medium fast bowler, and I think his game has really, come by leaps and bounds, and he's learning with the passage of each day. As Bavuma will be taking strike, he's 15, 81 for 2. South Africa sent into bat by the West Indies. Here's McCoy in and bowls, and he is coming onto the front foot, and Fabian Allen, in fact, coming in very quickly from just behind square on the offside. He is such an outstanding fielder. The batsmen thought about it. They made a few exploratory steps, but when they saw the cat-like movement of Allen, they had to go back. Wonderful fielder he is. The total remains on 81 for 2. McCoy, big man, massive shoulders, and it's pleasing, of course, to see left arm fast or medium fast bowler in the West Indies. You don't have many of them. Of course, Preston McSween, who has been training with the West Indies test squad, he is there, and so it's sort of refreshing. Not too many left armers. As here is McCoy, moves in. Lovely name he's got, and a good approach to the wicket too. He's there now, and bowls to Bavuma, who in fact scoops that over the keeper's head, and that's going to go all the way to the boundary for 4. Well, you've got to have a great deal of skill, dexterity to do that. Got inside the line and scooped it over his head, over the keeper's head, down to the boundary for 4. That was done with a great deal of cleverness, and in 2020 you've got to keep innovating. He certainly did, Tony.
Yes, and set himself up for that shot quite nicely. He's not the six-hitter Bavuma. He's a hustler, so you'll expect him to be playing these shots, not many sixes in his T20 career. But very good shot indeed.
It's gone to 19, 85 for 2. Here's McCoy bowled. Delivery that is pulled out to the mid-wicket area. They've hustled for 1. They won't come back for the second. The return comes into the keepers, and good service there. As Fletcher has had to do quite a lot of work doing in the field so far. Both he and Bravo has had quite a bit to do, and they've done a great job. So total has gone on to 86 for 2. We're in over number 10, so we're getting close to that halfway mark. They will want to get up beyond 150, as I said a little early on. Here is McCoy once more outside the off. Some slower delivery. And Allen again coming in very quickly from backward point, picks up. And that tells you a lot about cricketers, Tony, who love the game in terms of fielding. He's one of the most outstanding fielders on the West Indies team, and I think by extension you can say in world cricket, and loves to field more so square of the wicket on the offside. So that was a slower delivery there by Obed McCoy. Here he is outside the off stump. Again, sort of slower delivery, and off the back foot went Van der Dusen, and trying to cut the ball behind square, succeeded in doing that, and the ball going to the left of the very fleet-footed Allen. The over comes to an end, and at the end of the over, the latest score here at the National Cricket Stadium here in St. George's, Grenada, the West Indies sending South Africa into bat. They're 86 for 2.
It's a good over, the end of a good over there by McCoy. With the exception of that dole scoop that Bavuma played down to behind the keeper. Good controlled over, tucking him up a bit, not letting him free his arms. And McCoy should be quite pleased with his first over.
Yeah, he's bowled pretty well. Well, we're at the halfway stage, Tony. You think that South Africa would be happy with where they are?
Well, I think they've played well. Probably would have lost the wicket of the cock, a prize wicket. But by and large, I think that they should be satisfied and setting the platform to have a pretty big score.
Well, here's Bravo coming in now to bowl to Bavuma, who gets a slower delivery and tugs it out to mid-wicket. No, they've hustled for 1. They're going to come back for the second. No, they decide against it. The return comes into the keeper's end. Puran having to jump to bring that ball down. But you could see the intent there as the ball was hit out to wideish mid-on. And they thought about the second run. The approach was very good. That is, they went for the first run rather quickly, scampered for it, So just gave them the sort of gauge as to whether they should go back for the second. They didn't. Bravo once more would move in 87 for 2, South Africa. He's there now, brushing past the umpire, there and bowls, and he comes forward, is Van der Dusen, hits the ball down to Holder down there at long off, gets a single. So one more to the total, one more to Van der Dusen's total. He's now gone to 10 double figures. And, Bravo, I think it would have been the slower ball, Tony. You picked that up, wasn't it?
Yes, well, you expect Dwayne Bravo. You will see a lot of change-ups from Dwayne Bravo. And I think that's the way to bowl on this surface. Surprise the batsmen, always have them thinking.
Bavuma is 21, 88 for 2, South Africa. Here's Bravo in now. He's there and bowls to Bavuma, who is wrapped on the pad. The ball sinking down the leg side. You could see the scamper for the single. Get the leg by. Fabian Allen as constant, as quick rather, as a cheetah. Came in very quickly, swooped down on the ball, just overran it this time. One of the very few errors that you may have seen him, but the approach was really well. Got off to a very quick start. And it's so exciting to see young players, or players as a whole, who really love fielding and enjoy the game, not only batting or bowling, but, doing the fielding. It's so impressive. Here is Bravo. Low full toss that is tugged down to the deep mid-wicket area. They will only get a single as the return comes into Puran. So one more to the total, one more to Van der Dusen, who's now gone on to 11, and the total is pushed on now to 90 for 2 as Bavuma now comes into strike. So Bravo in the first over, good over so far, just 4 deliveries gone, but Bavuma, who is always a busy little player, loves this game, comes into the 2020 series, out of the test series because of injury, has a good opportunity to do something well for his country as the captain. Here is Bravo in now and bowls to Bavuma. Bavuma gets a slow full toss that he had to delay the shot and just pushed it down to wideish long on, got a single, one more to his total. And as Bravo continues to mix it up, that was a little bit of an off spinner. And Bavuma had to wait on it and push the ball down to long on and got a single. So 91 for 2. Bavuma's gone to 22. Van der Dusen comes into strike as Bravo will come in with the final delivery of this over. Here he is now. Let's see whether he can do something very well with this. Delivery that is on the full toss that he hits down to backward square. That was a bad delivery. Poor delivery. Really should have had a good climatic delivery. But that last one was pitched up. It was full toss. And he tugged it down to backward square, 4 runs. So that would have been productive for South Africa. And they continue to move on. And in the end, I would think Tony got a gift there.
Yes, bad delivery. Last one there from Bravo. Spoiled the over, really. A lot of change-ups. This time, full pitch delivery on Van der Dusen. Didn't time it as well as he liked to, but, the desired result. It was 4 runs. And Dwayne Bravo will be a bit disappointed. Usually go for a bit in the T20 version, but picks up a lot of wickets. And hopefully the West Indies will be expecting him to do that here today. South Africa so far, nice little partnership developing between these two. They're hustling, they're taking the singles, they're rotating the strike quite nicely. And nice little partnership developing here for South Africa.
Yes, so it's going to be once more a delivery that is hit down, right down to the long off on position. The catch is taken. And so, Evan Lewis taking the catch. He was looking Bavuma to hit that over the long on area and didn't cue it all that well. And the fielder just going back a little and in the end taking a simple catch in the end. So South Africa, they've lost another wicket as again Fabian Allen picking up another one.
Yes, that man Fabian Allen again. And like I mentioned before, Bavuma, if you look at his T20 stats, he's not a 6-hitter. Not many sixes in T20. This is a very big ground and he's looking to go downtown, and so to speak. Didn't time it and presented a simple catch for the man down at the long on region. The West Indies will be quite pleased with that. Of having broken through again into the defense of the South Africa batting. South Africa again will have to build with another 2 batters. But by and large, the West Indies will be quite pleased with their performances so far. Fabian Allen again striking, bowling well. He started this morning, initiated the breakthrough, and by and large again coming back. He's fielding well. He's enjoying his cricket thus far. And, and as plays the West Indies back into the position where they're a little bit ahead at this juncture, but still very interesting game at hand.
Yes, Hendrik. Klaassen has come out to join Van der Dusen, and will be into his 22nd match playing for South Africa. And he must be pleased, Fabian Allen, with his performance so far, fielding as well as bowling. So, Bavuma obviously not very happy with his dismissal. Who would be? Here's Fabian Allen, comes forward is Van der Dusen and plays the ball very nicely down to long on. Will get a single as Pollard comes off the boundary, sends the return to Pooran. Good service to Pooran. 1 more to the total, and which has now gone on to 96 for 3. So the 100 coming up, just looming rather in the distance. And Hendricks, of course, would Hendrik Klaassen would want to do something special here for South Africa. And this is a great opportunity for him to come strong. They've got to have a good total here for this West Indies team that is featured some very good players. Here's Allen now, bowls to Klaassen, who comes forward in a very classic manner, drives the ball down to long off, gets a comfortable single as Holder comes off the boundary, tall loping figure, sends a 1 bounce return to Pooran, who collects rather well. 1 more to the total, which has now gone on to 97 for 3. Van der Dusen, who is 16, now comes into strike.
What he has done is he has kept things quite simple, Fabian Allen. Very simple, very straight, bowling wicket to wicket, stump to stump.
Allen brings the batsman Van der Dusen forward and pushes the ball down to long on as Pollard again comes off the boundary. He's there boundary riding. He's such an outstanding fielder, Pollard. Wherever he is, he's so good. But he does love to field on the boundary. He's taken some blinders over the years. 98 for 3. Klaassen now comes into strike. Here is Allen, round the wicket, left arm orthodox bowl, short delivery. He's onto the back foot, turns it up on the onside, and Fabian Allen darts after it. Chris Gayle comes to the stump just to back him up in the process. The batsman had time to cross for 1. 1 more to Klaassen has got to 2. Van der Dusen comes back into strike, so they're rotating it here. And the total has moved on now to 99 for 3. 99 for 3. So that should be the final delivery coming up in this over, shouldn't be? Good run rate, 8.37. So, that should set the platform for maybe a total of about 150, 160. Allen is in and bowls to Van der Dusen, who comes, just pulls away on the back foot and hits the ball down to the cover area. The over comes to an end at the end of
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
in George's Grenada. Of course, nice to have T20 cricket, or any form of cricket for that matter, back at the ground, as Bravo will continue his second over. He is going to move in now to bowl to Van der Dusen, who gets a slow delivery that he turns just in front of square on the offside. They're coming back for the second run. They've got to hurry. No, they decide against it. Well, they did scamper for the first run quickly, anticipating the second. It wasn't there. So they will just come down, both Van der Dusen and Klaassen, having a little bit of mid-wicket conference, we used to say back then. Preferably some mid-wicket dialogue. 101 for 3, over number 13 in progress here at the National Cricket Stadium, bowled by Dwayne Bravo. Bravo, of course, was held at number 47, jockeying on his back for so many years. He's a veteran of so many great, particularly 2020 matches. Needed player all over the world, begins to move in once more, will brush past the umpire there now, just wide of the crease and bowls, and the delivery that comes into the right-handed Klaassen that just pushes him onto the back foot and pushes the ball out to extra cover and couldn't score. So it's going to be Bravo once more. Such a great exponent of the death bowling. He's done that with over the years for all of the teams he has played for, and done it with admirable success. And of course, he's going to be doing that now for the West Indies. Slow full toss that he is just pushing down to long on is Klassen. So one more to his total. He's now gone on to 3. And the total has gone to 102. 102 for 3 over number 13. Ball here by Bravo. He's keeping things rather steady, I dare say, Tony.
Yes, quite simple. We haven't seen many skyscrapers so far in the bowling department. So they're quite steady, keeping things nice and tight. Not many bungee deliveries. And so far, going quite well about the business.
Bravo, none for 10, moves into bowl to Van der Dusen, who to this delivery is getting a slower delivery that he has to wait for. It took eons of time to get there. And Fletcher comes off the deep mid-wicket boundary. Sends the return back to the keeper. Total remains, well, they did in fact get 103 for 3. So this is fine bowling, very good bowling here by Bravo. And of course his skill and experience, they're coming into play. The run rate 8.13 as Bravo into his second over would move in. 103 for 3, bowls to Klassen. To this delivery is coming forward and hitting the ball back first bunk to Bravo, who gets a nice accommodating bunk. Just pushes out the right hand very quickly and grasp it. And he will be happy with his performance so far. Just a 1 delivery remaining in this over to complete his second over. And we're over number 13. As we did say that maybe a target of 160 might be a good working one, Tony. Turns once more is Bravo from the top of his mark with great concentration. He's there with number 47 jockeying on his back. He's there and bowls, gets a full toss, is Klassen and drives the ball up to long on. And Fletcher comes off rather quickly off the boundary and sends a sharp return to Puran. So that completes over number 13. And at the end of over number 13 at the National Cricket Stadium in Grenada, it's 104 for 3. South Africa sent into bat by the West Indies.
Yeah, good over again by Dwayne Bravo. I think what has happened to the South Africans is the fact that they have not really kept a partnership with the exception of De Kock, who came in early in the innings. There have not been any tremendous partnership, but the West Indies continue to plug away, continue to pick up wickets at regular intervals and not allowing them to take the ball and go away with it. And West Indies should compliment themselves for that so far. They have done a fantastic job just keeping things tight, keeping things steady. South Africa will need to push on. They will need to get a score, I think, in the region of 170 to make a match of this.
Well, if they continue sequentially as they're going now, they'll probably get up to about 160. But I'm sure they would want to step the pace up and go with greater rapidity. Here is McCoy back into the attack balls outside the off stump. Slow delivery. And this is good bowling, I dare say, by the West Indian bowlers. They've been mixing it up. So there's been nothing really predictive. They've been bowling the faster one, the slower one, the low full tosses. And that's what really, bowling in 2020 cricket is all about. It's not always about speed, tearaway fast bowling or big bunks and turn, but sometimes it's how you vary your speed. McCoy once more. He's there now and bowls to Klassen. Klassen gets inside, turns it to the right of the master on the field. It's a universe boss, as he's called himself, and the universe knows him that way. That's Chris Gale moving across to his right. Picks up. And the batsman had time to cross for the single. That was a sort of back of the hand, slow ball there, bowled by McCoy. This is good, genuine bowling. So Klassen has gone to 5. Van der Dusen, who's taking strike now, he's on 20. 105 for 3, South Africa. We're in over number 14 now, bowled by McCoy. He's none for 7 so far into his second over. It's bowled well. Moves in now to bowl to Van der Dusen. He's there outside the Austin. Oh, that was wide. That was very wide indeed. If there was anything called a double wide, that it would have been called. So just confirmed that by the umpire that it was just too far. Extras move on, and the total has gone by 1 to 106 for 3.
Yes, McCoy, wide delivery there. You need change-ups, especially on this surface. This is a very good batting track, so you don't want to become too predictable. And McCoy mixing it up quite nicely. Didn't read that one quite right.
Outside the off stump, again on the slower side. And pull back in length also. Hits the ball down to the sweeper position as the Spiceman comes off the boundary, sweeping down there. That's Andre Fletcher. Sends a good, nice, sharp return to the keeper. the batsman had time to cross for 1. So Van der Dusen has now got to 21. The total has moved on to 107 for 3. Klaassen comes into strike as the run rate just slipping under the 8 mark is now 7.93. Over McCoy, left arm. He's there over the wicket now, bowls, and he's driven. Good diving stop. Great diving stop by Bravo. If he had missed that one, it probably would have gone all the way to the boundary for 4. I think he's lost his shades, his glasses in the process, but what a great effort. I think he's just been congratulated there, applauded rather, by the captain. Came all the way from mid-off to say, hey, old man, well done, well done.
Yeah, that's magnificent. That ball was going to crash into the long off boundary for 4. Dive with both hands outstretched. Looking like 16, 17 years old, Stephen. Great stop there by Dwayne Bravo.
McCoy bowls outside the off stump onto the back foot, cuts that down to Fletcher, who's there sweeping down there at the deep cover position, will get a single. So 1 more to Van der Dusen. He's got to 22. He is Klaassen now comes into strike, and the total has moved on, albeit not necessarily that very quickly. It's now 109 for 3.
Yeah, I think the West Indies should be quite pleased with a couple of things. They have fielded quite nicely. Andre Fletcher down on the backward square, magnificent. We just saw Dwayne Bravo there again with a really tremendous stop. And I think one of the things that they have done quite nicely too is the fact that they haven't produced many no balls, plenty extras. And I think that is commendable.
McCoy bowls to Klaassen, who's coming forward, doesn't cue that as well as he would have liked. Got him more to the inside portion of the bat.
For over a decade, Grenlec has invested in renewable energy to stabilize prices and keep Grenada beautiful. In partnership with our customers, our renewable systems generate enough electricity to power more than 1,700 homes annually, reducing our nation's dependence on imported fuel. Our award for Best Distributed Generation Project is just one way our efforts have been recognized. To learn more, visit grenlec.com.
Pastries and bread, because they should be as close to you as we can get. Crumbs, now at Silver Sands in Christchurch.
Crumbs, so good, even down to the last crumb.
Well, Holder would come back into attack. He is bowled 2 already. He's into his 3rd now. Moves in to bowl to Van der Dusen, who makes way outside the off stump and tucks that ball down to... Oh, it's dropped down at the deep forward square area. And they will come back for what would be the 2nd run. Sinclair coming off the boundary. I don't know if he I don't know if he lost sight of it. But should have held on to that one. I must admit that it was a challenging catch. It was a slow back of the handball, and he had to wait for it and then tug it down. The ball, in fact, got just in front. We're just looking at the TV replay because we've got that facilities here. Ball is turned up to the long on position and would get a single. Is Klaassen. He's gone on to 7, and the total's gone to 111 for 3.
Yes, a great effort there. Probably it's a bit wet out there also. You've had rain throughout the course of the day, so the players have to be careful in terms of how they come in, especially in the outfield. And Sinclair not really getting right there. The ball just deep in before he got to it, and so we cannot really see a life. It didn't actually go to hand, But good slow delivery again by Jason Holder.
Yes, well, it dropped before it got to him, so we can't be harsh on him, but he must have chided himself. Maybe not. He didn't move as fast as he should have. Van der Dusen takes strike from Holder, hits the ball up to long on, will get a comfortable single as Pollard comes off the boundary and sends a slightly overweighted return to the keeper's end. Total has gone by 1 now. Van der Dusen has gone to 24. It's 112 for 3. We're now in over number 15 as Klaassen comes into strike. He's 7. It's rather sedate 7 runs. He hasn't done anything aggressive so far. Here is Holder in, bowls short, bouncer lazily coming, and the ball is in fact caught down by Sinclair. Sorry, that's Fabian Allen. That was a short delivery, had to wait on it, and he was looking to pull that down to the deep backward square area. The ball just seemed to hung up on him and hit it down to Fabian Allen, who took in the end a very good catch. So South Africa, they've lost another wicket. Klaassen has just gone, and you've got to give Jason Holder credit for a very slow, lazy like bouncer.
Yes, it's the back of the hands, and different fieldsman in that position at this time. I think it's one of the best fieldsmen on the West Indies team. That's Fabian Allen. And, he's almost instant replay. Similar delivery that St. Clair almost put down. And Jason Holder getting the breakthrough again, initiating another breakthrough. South Africa has not been able to...
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
I'm sure that his body and adrenaline and everything is going very well. This is a very critical part of the innings. We are coming up to the 15th over, so we're just about 5.2 overs to go. I'm sure the South Africans would want to think about, hey, we've got to think about getting 160 here. The wicket not playing fast, and I think the West Indian bowlers, they've read it very well, Tony.
Yes, they have a number of change-ups. The National Stadium surface, by no means a quick track. It's a batsman's paradise. Generally speaking, in all versions of the game, whether it's regional 4-day cricket, test match cricket, T20 ODIs, it's a wicket that batsmen normally cash in on, and so far the West Indies has done an excellent job in pegging the scoring back of the South Africans.
So Holder, 1 for 27 of 2.4. He would be rather happy with that, I would think. So Van der Dusen. So here comes once more is Holder in and bowls, and it's turned nicely down to the long on position. We'll get a comfortable single. So Miller goes off the mark. He's on 1. Van der Dusen is 24 of 21. Now comes into strike. 113 for 4. We're in over number 15. And South Africa, the current run rate would bring them up to maybe about 150 thereabout. They'll want to get beyond that. Jason Holder would begin to move in. This is the final delivery of his over. Moves in now to bowl to Van Dusen, who is getting a delivery that is short outside the off stump, rocked onto the back foot, pulls it down to the deep mid-wicket area. Fletcher comes off the boundary. He's been impeccable with his throws in so far. He's done so very well. So that completes the over, and at the end of 15, it's 114 for 4 South Africa. Van der Dusen, he's on a quarter century. He's 25. Miller is 1. And after some words from you, Tony, then Francis Saint-Hilaire is up next.
Well, the West Indies should be quite pleased with their performance thus far in this match. What we have seen is the fact that they have not delivered many boundary deliveries. They have kept the boundaries, quite low, using a lot of change-ups, with the exception of De Kock, who came out in a flurry, playing a number of shots. By and large, Van der Dusen is there, but his strike rate is under 100. And the West Indies will be quite pleased. And Kieran Pollard, Francis Saint-Hilaire, has used his bowlers very well thus far. And Andre Russell comes back into the attack.
Yes, a very good captaincy so far, thus far by Pollard, as he's ringing the changes continuously, as we see Russell. Here he is now to bowl to Van der Dusen, and he's getting a delivery on our body off stump. He tucks that through the onside. That brings Lewis from the mid-wicket boundary. One more to Van der Dusen. He moves further into the 20s. 26 he is. 115 for 4. And we've seen a continuous drop in the run rate, 7.58 at one point in time. It was way above 9. But in the final 5 overs, Cyprian, it's the business end, so to speak, of the innings, and South Africa with 2 of the better
players out there would be looking to up the run rate and get it in the vicinity of closer to 9.
Yeah, I think West Indies would be happy with the way things have gone for the last 10 overs or so, and they would be looking to finish well here.
As we look again at Russell, here he is now to bowl to Miller. He's hitting that just short of the Pollard at mid-on, looking to turn that in the onside, the leading edge, playing before the ball got to him. Deceived again by a slower delivery there by Russell. You can see a wrong arm delivery by Russell there, deceiving the batsman, and fortunately for him, that ball fell just short of an onrushing Kieron Pollard. Russell, no doubt encouraged by this. Here he is now to bowl to Miller, and Miller is driving nicely up into the offside. Gets a single, and the total moves to 116. It is for 4. And of course, Russell using all of his experience. I think the West Indian bowlers have read the wicket well, not looking for any extra pace, but using the change of the change up, the cutters, using the slower deliveries to deceive the South African batsmen. Here is Russell to bowl to Van der Dusen, who is advancing down the track. When he gets there, clips that nicely through a mid-wicket. The cross for 1 will come back for the second run, as Lewis has a lot of work to do to his right. Sends a return to Puran. Total moves up by 2 to 118 for 4, and Van der Dusen pushes on further. 28 he is, and no doubt he would be looking to be there at the end, and looking to accelerate in the last 4 or 5 overs. South Africa looking to conserve wickets for the next 2 or so overs so that they can really launch an attack. Russell to Van der Dusen, who is pulling well. That will go away into the mid-wicket boundary for 4. Short delivery there by Russell. And Van der Dusen off the back foot really gave it the treatment in front of square on the onside for 4.
Yeah, good shot there from Van der Dusen, pulling it behind square. Again, the ball coming off the surface rather slowly. The surface is one in which not much pace, so batsmen have to wait on the deliveries, and the West Indian bowlers, I think they have read it well.
Here is Russell again to Van der Dusen, and he's driving.
When you think of Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, what comes to mind? A reliable financial institution that has stood the test of time. Maybe you think about the convenience and quality financial service they provide. Do you think about their readiness to help you retire, achieve your academic goals, build your dream home, buy the piece of land, or the elegant car? Or maybe the convenience of their different locations, Jubilee Street in Grenville, or the new outlet on Lucas Street in St. George's in the Derek Sylvester building. Maybe you always consider how they're always a phone call away. 442-8602 or 438-4228. They're also online, www.grenvillecreditunion.com. No matter what comes to mind, remember, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is the best place to save and to borrow, working with you to make your brighter tomorrow.
Can use Bravo. He can also go back to St. Clair, which I doubt he also has Holder. So there's a lot of options for Captain Pollard, who himself can come on.
Yeah, he also has Obed McCoy, who has been doing a good job. Of course, he has several slow balls as well, and that would be a good ploy on this wicket.
But it is Bravo. Here he is now to bowl to Miller, and Miller is driving up into the offside, not timing it well, but getting it up to Allen, who is on the sweeper position on the offside boundary. So he gets 1. He moves up to 3, 123 for 4. Projected score at this rate would be about 152. Definitely South Africa would be looking to get in the vicinity of 175.
On the track, and with the way the bowlers have been bowling, they would have to bat really well to get up to 175.
Well, with wickets in hand, I think they can try. Definitely will be. And the West Indies would have different ideas, would be looking to restrict the South Africans. So, David Miller. Here is Van der Dusen, and it's a nice slower delivery there by Bravo, looking to hit that over the onside. And Bravo saw him coming, held it back, and he played about an hour and a half before that delivery arrived.
very good delivery using the cutter there, Bravo. Millimeters from the top of the bales.
Yeah, I think he was quite fortunate there to not get bowled. Excellent delivery from Bravo. Again, using the slower ball to great effect.
Yes, and we know of his exploits. Here he is again now to bowl to Van der Dusen. Another slower delivery. Slower Yorker is digging that out. Plays it up into the deep mid-wicket region where Allen fields, and he gets one. So he moves to 33, 124 for 4. And no doubt Captain Pollard would be really pleased with his elder statesman, Bravo, using all of his experience. Bravo started the over very well. At this stage, you don't mind the singles. You want to cut off the boundaries. And he would be looking to finish strongly. See, make some adjustments to his field. Miller waits for him. Left-handed David Miller. Here is Bravo to Miller, and Miller is driving through the offside. Allen again has more work to do. Sends a return to way over the head of Puran. The batsman crossed for 2, so 2 more to Miller. Picked the gap well. Not timing it well, but he actually placed it well. So he moves by 2 to 5, 126 for the loss of 4.
Excellent running there from the South Africans. They saw the opportunity. Fabian having to run a few yards is left. And though left-handed, they put the pressure on him, and the return was way over the keeper's head, and they made the second run quite comfortably.
As we see Bravo, some slower deliveries. 57% of all his deliveries have been slower deliveries.
Again, evidence that he read the wicket well, and he realized that the slower balls delivery would be hard to hit on this track.
If ever there's a specialist death bowler, it's Dwayne Bravo. Here he is now to bowl to Miller, and Miller is driving through the offside. There is runs here for him. The cross for 1 will not come back for the second, as Fletcher again sends a strong return to Puran. 1 more to Miller. He moves up to 6, 127 for 4. Bravo not giving him any room to free the arms, to hit the ball in the air, over the infield. Keeping him on a tight rein is Bravo.
Yeah, he has been right up throughout his spell, and when not right up, it would be slower balls into the wicket.
Let's see how he will end this over. It has been a very good one thus far. Here he is now to bowl to Van der Dusen again. Van der Dusen is pulling well. That's gone way over deep mid-wicket, and that's gone for 6. It was a short delivery there by Bravo. Van der Dusen almost waiting on the back foot, waiting for it. I think he predicted that delivery and helped it over deep mid-wicket for 6.
Yeah, great execution there. The slower ball again from Bravo, and this time batsman whizzing on it and hitting it well over the mid-wicket boundary for 6, and they would be happy with that, and they'll be looking to have a few more 6s in this inning so far. Just 5 6s, so they will be looking to in the last 3 overs have a few more of those to see if they can get up to in excess of 160.
133 it is for the loss of 4. So Bravo, a slower delivery there, and Van der Dusen waiting for it, hitting it over mid-wicket, 84 meters, a big 6. And he moves on, and the total, South Africa, 133. Van der Dusen moves up to 39 from 29 deliveries. As we see Pollard continuing to ring the changes. Obed McCoy is being brought back into the attack. So far, he's bowled 2 overs for 11 runs. And he would be looking for his first wicket. Here he is now to bowl to Miller, and Miller is getting a wideish delivery outside the off stump. Wide Yorker. Good defensive bowling by McCoy. Pushes that up into the offside, and Holder comes off the long off boundary. 1 more to Miller, and the total moves further into the 130s. 134 for the loss of 4. Miller probably felt that he missed out there, but it's been good bowling by McCoy. I've been really impressed with his change of pace.
Yeah, good delivery there, and at this stage of the game, batsman unable to get on it and bowling it wide outside off some. He would have to do well to get it away.
So it's McCoy in almost hazy conditions at the National Stadium in Grenada. To Van der Dusen is getting a full toss, and he slaps that more or less up too long off for Pollard to feel. Let's see if it's going to be above the waist a bit. That one looking for the Yorker and getting a full toss. No, it's well within the legal limits. So, one more to Van der Dusen. He moves up to 40. And it's been good so far. Abid McCoy, left arm, medium pacer. That was the back of the hand delivery there. We're seeing all sorts of variation. Here he is now to bowl to Miller. And Miller is pushing that up into the offside. Bravo moves from cover to an almost point position. One more to Miller. And the total takes on by the singles. And the West Indies really doing a good containing job. Not guilty of bowling too many bad balls or too many boundary balls.
Yeah, all bowlers have been quite difficult to get away, and they would be happy with how these things have been going.
136 for 4. Van der Dusen on 40. With him is Miller on 8. McCoy over number 3. None for 14 so far. Current strike rate of 7.7. Here he is now, races in to bowl to Van der Dusen, and Van der Dusen is getting that one off the inside edge, just past the leg stump. And Poran running around from behind the stumps. One more to Van der Dusen. 137 it is for 4. He moves into the 40s. He's now 41. It's been good tight over so far from McCoy. He will be looking to finish strongly, unlike Bravo in the last over, who went for a boundary from the final delivery.
Yeah, just a 4 singles in so far. He would be looking to finish strong.
Here he is to bowl to Miller, and Miller is digging out a good delivery on or about the middle and leg stump up to Pollard at mid-on. One more to the total, and the West Indies definitely would not mind the singles at this stage. When runs is at a premium, you want to protect the boundary and you can afford the singles. You'll rather give away the singles than the boundaries.
Yeah, I think what's also interesting and quite noticeable is the control of the West Indies bowlers. They have been on target, wicket to wicket.
Yes, very much so. The last 7 or so overs, 43 runs, 2 wickets at a rate of 6.29 as McCoy looking to finish strongly. Here he is now to bowl to Van der Dusen. He's pulling again in front of, behind square on the onside. Good work there by Russell, and the deep backward square leg boundary, but not before the batsman crossed for 2. Russell definitely saving 2 runs there.
This is Real FM Radio with live cricket coverage. This games comes to you compliments Republic Bank Grenada Limited, the National Lotteries Authority, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, Grenlec, Grenada Tourism Authority, and Calico Shopping Center.
I got my birthday money and I am going to save it. I got my child's money and I am going to save it.
Children, can you tell me what you're saving for?
I'm saving for a bicycle. I'm saving for a laptop. I'm saving for a video game.
I'm saving for my first family vacation.
Whatever the savings goal, a Right Start account at Republic Bank helps children plan today for a brighter tomorrow. Account holders get free Republic Bank tokens, earn discounts at various merchants island-wide, and are eligible for a Republic ATM card. Introduce your children to the benefits of early saving. Sign up for a Right Start account today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Count his elder statesman in Bravo. Here he is now. Makes his way now to bowl to Miller, and Miller is flashing at a wide Yorker outside the off stump. Good bowling there by Bravo. Right up in the block hole. And Miller flashing outside the off stump, making no contact. The ball goes through to be taken by Poran. Score is kept on 140 for the loss of 4. West Indies so far has employed 6 bowlers, with Fabian Allen the most successful of them all. 4 overs, 2 for 18. Here is Bravo looking to contain Miller, and Miller is driving up into the.
I got my birthday money and I am going to save it. I got my child's money and I am going to save it.
Children, can you tell me what you're saving for?
I'm saving for a bicycle. I'm saving for a laptop. I'm saving for a video game.
I'm saving for my first family vacation.
Whatever the savings goal, a Right Start account at Republic Bank helps children plan today for a brighter tomorrow. Account holders get free Republic Bank tokens, earn discounts at various merchants island-wide, and are eligible for a Republic ATM card. Introduce your children to the benefits of early saving. Sign up for a Right Start account today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
A T20 level, and that's of David Miller, caught by Pollard at the long-off boundary. And West Indies making further inroads into the South African batting. Lindy is the new batsman, and no doubt the West Indies looking to contain and Linda, that's the new batsman, George Lindy, the new batsman for South Africa. It's pretty new, the international scene, 8 matches, 92 runs. At an average of 18, but he will be looking to make a name for himself and looking to stake a claim for selection in the T20 World Cup. But Bravo is looking to dislodge him as he races in now to bowl to Lindy, and he's getting a delivery off the outside edge. That's high in the air. Someone is settling under it, and he takes the catch. That's Sinclair. It's 2 for 2 for DJ Bravo as he pumps a bit of the champion dance. 146 for the loss of 6, and Bravo on a bit of a roll.
Continued good execution from the West Indies team here. Bravo again with the slow delivery outside the off stump. The new batsman, of course, he would not be accustomed with the pace of the wicket. So through the shot early, and Kevin Sinclair running back from that point position and taking the catch over his shoulder. Those are never easy. So excellent catch there from Kevin Sinclair, and Bravo and the West Indies team would be quite happy with the way things are proceeding.
Yes, definitely. So the West Indies picking up further wickets. More success for Bravo. 140 it is for the loss of 6, picking up his 528th wicket. And of course, Captain Pollard would be very, very, very happy at this stage. And the West Indies will be the much happier team at this stage. South Africa looking to press the accelerator, but West Indies making further inroads into the batting lineup.
Yeah, Bravo here now on a hat-trick. He loves bowling, and at this stage of the innings, of course, it's a time when you can go for a lot of runs, but it's also a time when you have the opportunity with batsmen coming at you and being very attacking. The opportunity to pick up a lot of wickets is always there, and he has done that throughout his career with great perfection.
Kagiso Rabada, that's the new batsman. So West Indies getting pretty much into the tail of the South African, but Rabada was very resilient in the test matches and really helped South Africa. Van der Dusen, let's see if Bravo will get a hat-trick. Here he is with a hat-trick delivery to Van der Dusen, who turns that into the onside. They cross for 1. Will they come back for the second or third? Tears away from the mid-wicket boundary, sends a strong return to Puran, 1 to Van der Dusen. He moves up to 44, 141 for 6.
Fletcher again in the field. They're very sharp. West Indies, I must say, have been really excellent in the field, both with their catching as well as their ground fielding. Fletcher, quick off the boundary, one-hand pick-up and quick release, accurate throw to the wicket keeper Puran, and the batsman had absolutely no chance for coming back for the second run.
Well, you can't fault the West Indies in the field today. They have been almost flawless. Here is Bravo to bowl to Rabada, who is edging between slip and the keeper, and that will run away for 4. Rabada looking to drive through the outside edge found, but the ball dissecting the keeper and the man at a wideish second slip down to the third man boundary for 4.
Excellent delivery again from Bravo, that Yorker length, but the fortune going South Africa way on this occasion, just to the left of Puran. He had no chance, and with the third man up inside the circle, once it gets past the circle, it's 4 runs.
Well, that's what you would call an educated edge, as it found its way to the boundary, and Rabada wouldn't mind how it comes. Once it comes, he's off the mark with 4. 145 it is for the loss of 6, and Bravo 3.5 overs, 2 for 28 with his final delivery. Here is to bowl to Rabada, slower delivery. Rabada is driving nicely up into the offside. The batsman.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's
A 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
You know who's hitting that over wideish long on for 6, really climbing into that and hitting it hard. Over wideish long on for 6, and that brings up his 50 off 34 delivery, and he has been like a beacon, the only shining light for South Africa so far in this inning.
Yeah, he has batted well. I think he adjusted to the pace of the wicket, and although the West Indies bowlers have been bowling well, he has been a good counter-attack and playing well, and he would be looking to maximize as much as possible in these last 5 deliveries. Excellent 50 from Van der Dusen.
Here is McCoy to Van der Dusen, who's driving up into the offside. Slower delivery again, not timing it well. The total moves up to 154 for the loss of 6, and Van der Dusen really would be looking to increase the tempo in the last 2 or so overs to ensure that South Africa gets a very good total. But the West Indies fieldsmen and bowlers will definitely be having different ideas. Rabada waits for McCoy. Here he is now in over number 20 to bowl to Rabada, and Rabada is swinging and missing. Almost comical there, that wide delivery, slower delivery, and not really picking up the line, swinging and not making contact, but the batsman went through for the bye.
Yeah, I think wicketkeeper Puran, he that is something that he should have anticipated. From the time the bowler delivered, Van der Dusen was down the track, and normally you see keepers at this stage of the innings taking off one glove to enable them to throw the ball better. But here we see Puran with both gloves on and unable to get a direct hit.
Well. It's the closing stages of a T20 game. You expect those things. And a bit of a poor anticipation there by Pollard. And Van der Dusen will be looking to go all guns blazing to ensure that South Africa, with 3 deliveries left actually in this innings, get up to at least 160. Short deliveries, pulling well. That's true Fletcher at deep backward square and goes into the boundary for 4. May have just lost sight of that delivery from the reaction. That's a short delivery pulled through the backward square. Let's see if it was actually a catch. Back of the hand delivery. Van der Dusen pulling. Fletcher at deep backward square. Oh, a bit of a bounce, sticking it away from him and going through the backward square boundary. But at this level, you do expect him to stop. 159 for 6. Here is McCoy to Van der Dusen. Good delivery outside the off stump. Good defensive bowling. Wide yorker going across the right hander to be taken by Puran. So 1 delivery left in the innings. 159 it is for 6.
That last delivery there from McCoy, opting to go for pace, wide yorker, excellently well executed.
It's the final delivery. Can South Africa get beyond 160? 159 for 6. Here is McCoy to bowl to Van der Dusen, who is driving up into the offside, hitting that hard to Pollard, who is stationed at a long off. 1 more for South Africa. Pollard sends the throw in. It hits the stumps, and 160 it is for South Africa off the 20 overs. So West Indies would be needing 161 for victory at a rate of 8 per over. And Cyprian, I am certain that at this stage, West Indies would be pleased with their performance, and South Africa probably thought they could have gotten a few more, especially with the stat that they had and with the cock early up blazing from the beginning. And the West Indies did well to pull it back, did well to contain the South Africans, but as it is said, runs on the board is runs scored.
Yeah, definitely. West Indies would be happy with how the innings would have ended 160 for 6. Of course, at the top of the innings, Hendricks and De Kock got off to a flyer. De Kock batting pretty well. His 37 was a good knock at the top. But in the middle overs, probably from at the end of the power play, from over 6 to about 17, West Indies, they bowled really well. They were able to pull things back at the beginning. The run rate was in excess of 9, and they were able to pull it back somewhere within 7 runs and over. So they would have been happy with the way they would have pulled things back. But I think in the middle, Van der Dusen coming in and batting really well and really brought his team up to a respectable total. But I think still 160 on this track, ball not really coming on. So the West Indies team would have to bat well. Of course, we know they have a lot of firepower, and they have the ability to score that sort of innings, but they would have to bat sensibly in order to get up to 160 at 8 runs and over. It is certainly achievable, but they will have to bat well.
Okay, so to run through the scorecard for you, Hendricks, he was bowled Allen for 17 of 11 deliveries. De Kock caught holder bowled Russell for 37, 24 deliveries. Bavuma, he was caught by Lewis of the bowling of Fabian Allen for 22. Van der Dusen, he remained not out on 56 from 38 deliveries. Klassen, he caught Allen off the bowling of Holder for 7. David Miller, he was caught by Pollard of the bowling of Bravo for 9. And we had Lindy, he also was caught. Sinclair of the bowling of Bravo for no score, and Rabada not out 6 from 3 deliveries. South Africa 180 for the loss of 6. And the bowling figures for the West Indies, Sinclair, he bowled 2 overs, none for 21, a bit of expensive. And we also have Jason Holder, 3 overs for 29 runs, 1 wicket. Fabian Allen, who was by far the most impressive bowler on display today, 4 overs, 2 for 18. Andre Russell, 3 overs, 29 runs, 1 wicket. We also had McCoy, who bowled 4 overs for 30 runs and didn't pick up a wicket. And the experienced Dwayne Bravo, 4 overs, 30 runs, 2 wickets. What on the West Indies bowling?
Yeah, well done to the West Indies team, and they were well supported in the field with their catching and with their ground fielding as well. So I think they would be happy with the way things have gone, with the way they have performed. Now, as we say, runs on the board is runs on the board, and they would have to come out and bat well. I think it would be interesting, though, to see how the South African bowlers would approach it. We have been saying that the West Indies bowlers have read the surface quite well with a change of pace, so it would be interesting to see how the South Africans would come out and look to bowl to defend this total.
Well, yes, South Africa would have very experienced bowling attack, and they would have seen what the West Indian bowlers did, and I expect and anticipate that they would employ a similar strategy, use the change of pace and not necessarily looking to go to raw pace to try to dislodge the West Indies on that. But the wicket is a very easy batsman friendly wicket. Once you stay, runs can be scored, and on this track there is no really devil in the wicket, so the West Indian batsmen should feel very comfortable that they can get to 161 to at least get off to a winning start in this 5-match series at the National Stadium in Grenada. As I say, welcome back to Anthony Dixon. 180 160 for 6. Who your money's on?
Good afternoon to you once again, Francis. Interesting question. However, I think that the West Indies should feel quite pleased with themselves, the way they would have performed in the field. very few lapses, not many extras given away also. I don't think there was a no ball delivered in the inning. So from that perspective, I think that they should be quite pleased with the bowling performance. However, now the batters will have to come in and finish the job. Number of experienced players in the lineup. But of course, cricket being what it is, they will have to get a good start and of course, move from there. But by and large, I think that they're quite pleased so far with the way things have turned out. He's going to see what sort of strategies are going to be used by the South Africans. The West Indians, of course, are power hitters. Many of the players, Evan Lewis, Chris Gale, Kieran Pollard, they are 6 hitters. Most of them are. And I don't think that's going to change very much in terms of the way that they play. That's the way they play. And by and large, we're in for a very interesting afternoon. The sun is out and back in all its glory, so I don't think there doesn't seem to be any threat of rain interfering with the proceedings. So I think we're in for a treat this afternoon. It's the first of 5 T20 internationals being played at the National Stadium here in Grenada. And I say once again, good afternoon back to you again, Stephen.
Yeah, I think it's a series that everybody would be looking forward to. And this is going to, I guess this first match is going to be very important, Tony, as to who comes off as victors in this particular encounter here. So a good total, 160 for 6. The ball not really coming on to the bat. And I think that South Africa may probably thought they might have been maybe 10 or 15 runs short. They would have loved to maybe get up to, let's say, about 175, 180. But I think it's a good working total.
It's a good working total. I still think that 175, 170, 75, I was saying that from inception, should be a good total. But it's a working total. And if they can make early inroads, it's going to be very interesting to see the way the West Indies approach it. So it's a good score. It's a good pass score on this surface. The surface not playing in its usual way. A lot of rain this June month. We've had a lot of rain over the last 2 weeks here also. So the outfield would not be as quick as they would like it to be. But I think the West Indies batting second will have a better opportunity in terms of the drying out of the outfield.
Good knocks from Quinton de Kock and also Rassie van der Dussen. I think they two really were the main contributors to this total of 160 score there by the South Africans.
Well, Van der Dussen, he's been playing well throughout the course of the Test series. That tremendous partnership with himself and Dean Elgar, just batting, and so he's become accustomed to the surface in the Caribbean. He has a lot of confidence. He has had some success, and he has carried that success from the Test match right into this first T20 international.
Sinclair, in fact, not having the best start, going at 10 runs per over, just at 2 overs. I think he would be a little bit disappointed with his 2-over performance.
Well, Sinclair, new in the business, a bit young, didn't bowl as well as he would have liked, but the other bowlers, they came into the fore, and whatever he didn't get it right, they backed him up. I think the fieldsmen did extremely well too, a number of great stops on the field. I think they feel quite well, and by and large in that first session, that first part of the game in terms of the bowling and their fielding, they should be quite pleased.
We saw a couple of slow bouncers.
Energy management tips. Use air conditioning wisely. Close doors and windows in air-conditioned spaces. When ironing bulk. Do not overfill your refrigerator. Do not set the temperature too low. Clean the coils. Buy energy-efficient equipment and appliances.
Grenlec, serving the nation.
The surface that normally would offer a lot of assistance to the batters. Dwayne Bravo, extremely experienced. Some of those slower balls are slower balls.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Play in the same vein. That's the way the West Indians play. They believe in their power hitting. How are they going to rotate? Are they going to rotate as early as possible? We will have to wait and see. But by and large, I think the game has been the game is well set up. The West Indies now will have to come to the party. They will have to bat. They will have to bat well. South Africa, of course, a number of good bowlers. We saw Nokia and, of course, Guinea and Rabada in the Test series, and they were very successful. However, it's a different surface. It's not going to be playing as quickly as the one in St. Lucia. It's a T20 surface, and they are up against some experience also in the West Indies top order batting.
Just in case you've missed it, well, West Indies won the toss and send South Africa into bat. And of the 20 overs, they got to 160 for 6. 160 for 6, so they run rate exactly 8 runs per over. But we should let you know, too, that the rain has come down here. I dare say it's not torrentially, but has come down sufficiently to hold up play for a bit here. So we've got a delay. And we have the ability to look where we normally call the Granite Hills. Now, that's where the rains come from. And if you see it looking black and dull and grey, then you know that we've got a bit of a concern. And it looks rather grey there, looking to the eastern or northeastern section of the ground. So we do have a break here now. We'll give you an opportunity maybe to have a cup of coffee and maybe something to drink or something to eat. And as soon as play is going to get ready to...
Where are you locking in? Broadcasting worldwide from Spice Island, Grenada, Real FM 91.9 and 91.5. Turn us on.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Here comes another surprise. Last night I learned my lessons well. It couldn't be clearer. See, I thought I was number one as the true burden bearer. It's customary we meet in the square, discussing how hard life is to bear. Another brother waiting for us to leave to spread his bed right there. I learned that once you got life, there's a chance you'll be able to overcome. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's not over until it's done. If you believe, you will achieve. Everything can just turn around. Last night I learned my lessons well, so I have to tell ya, sometimes the things we cherish most has no real value. So I give thanks for life, yeah. Even when there seems to be no ending to the problem, yeah. I still give thanks for life. Never wishing and hoping that the table will turn. Now I know that once you got life, there's a chance you'll be able to overcome. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's not over until it's done. If you believe, you will achieve. Everything can just turn around. Last night I learned my lessons well. I learned from all the people. Just seeing the next man's problems is enough for me to humble. While you were wondering what suit to wear, a family is worried how the meals will share. So I know I got company, lots of company, yes. I learned that once you got life, there's a chance you'll be able to overcome. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's not over until it's done. If you believe, you will achieve. Everything can just turn around, yeah. Oh. So I give thanks for life. got life, there's a chance you'll be able to overcome. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's not over until it's done. If you believe, you will achieve. Everything can just turn around. Oh yeah.
Listen to what I got to say. Praise the King every day. Come back, we go mash them down and loose. All them are rinse and a brown. Stumbling blocks will have to move. Come, we go mash them down, can't lose. Oh, deal with them rats because of who them come and prove. Me and mash them down and loose. All them are rinse and a brown. Stumbling blocks will have to move. Come, we go mash them down and loose. Can't you come and mash them down and loose? Listen up, let the children I say to honor your mother and your father. Tell you again, I say to love you one another. Praise the Lassie I crown. In Addis Ababa, 2nd of November 1930. Java. Hey, if I'm the wicked, me dash the atta lava. Big up the ghetto girl, a Kingston and Balaclava. Mama used to give me dumpling, make out a cassava. Yo, you got the riches, you must share what you have. Farmer plant the food and stop the people them from starving. Yo, Jahidos with his rod and with his staff. Hard pagan, me know them must get cut off. Babylon them red get shut off. Come what we go mash them down and lose. All them are rings and a brown stumbling block will have to move. Come we go mash them down and lose. Why not? Say approve them approve. Wicked people we are go mash them down and lose. Conquering lion. Obstacles them come and move. Come we go mash them down and lose. Babylon we mash them down. Ah, burn them plan and them plot and them strategies. Burn them up them computers and them cartridges. Lion in the jungle, I'm gonna bust them categories. This one I say are them end up in a hurries. Mash them down and lose. Deal with them rats because of who them come approve. Come let me go mash them down and lose. Babylon I mash them down. Oh, speak the truth and know your roots, that's reality. Yo, just listen to my tune, it's full of quality. Children, Emperor Selassie is the Almighty. More morality. No more, no more. Where black people them stifle. When them a shot the people, them a kill them with poison. Can't tell me none, me say the conquering lion in the Bible. Babylon we come to mash them down and lose. All them are rich and a brown stumbling blocks will have to move. Come we come mash them down and lose. Deal with them rats because the proof them come approve. Come make we come mash them down and lose. All them are rich and a brown stumbling blocks will have to move. Come we come mash them down and lose. Babylon we mash them down. Can't this the Rastaman because him on his foundation rigid. Love and righteousness is it we use govern the village. All them are going like them bad and them wicked. King Selassie govern the earth, so don't be stupid. Come we mash them down and lose. All them are rings and a brown righteousness. We just come we go mash them down. We can't lose. Prove them approve. Get a youth one clothes and shoes and food. Mash them down. Hey Babylon, I tell you that I mash them down. Hey, let the children I say to honor your mother and your father. Tell them again, love you one another.
Hey, hey. Some call it Spanish Town, a prison oval rock.
91, you are the real boss.
What a cool and deadly. Hey, hey. Some call it Spanish Town, a prison oval rock. And some call it Spanish Town, a prison oval rock. Ooh, yeah. What a cool and deadly. Hey, the people are skanking while the daughter them whining. The rude boy them tripping. Ooh, hey. What a cool and deadly. Hey. And in the ear that a jockey fashion. Back out your body that a water pumpy. Wine slowly that a cool and deadly. Move lively that a horseman scaddy. So some call it Spanish Town, but a prison oval rock. Some call it Spanish Town, a prison oval rock. Way, way.
91.9, the real station.
And in the air that a jockey fashion. Move slowly, that a cool and deadly. Back out body, that a water pumpy. Move lively, that a horseman scatty. Ooh, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. What a cool and deadly. Some call it Spanish Town, but a prison oval rock. Some call it Spanish Town, but a prison oval rock. The prisoners are skanking while the water are watching. Some try to escape when them hear the music playing. So some call it Spanish Town, but a prison oval rock. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Alright. What a cool and deadly. And in the air that a jockey fashion. Cock out your body, that a water pumpy. Wine slowly, that a cool and deadly. Move lively, that a horseman steady. Some call it Spanish Town, but a prison oval rock. Some call it Spanish Town, but a prison oval rock.
I'm gonna have to let you know soon and very soon, yeah. It's not official yet. Gonna let you know soon as I can. It's not official yet. Gonna let you know soon as I can. The most wonderful thing happened to me today. Oh, I met this one woman. Every man's waiting a lifetime to meet. She gave good vibes. Cut me right down to size. Soon she'll be sharing the comfort of under my sheet. But it's not official yet. Gonna let you know soon as I can. It's not official yet. Gonna let you know soon as I can. Humble is not the word. It's more one of a kind. Rarest in my time. And the treasure that the very few men find. You're the missing link. Put me right back in sync. Soon you'll be sharing the comfort of under my sheet. But it's not official yet. Gonna let you know soon as I can. It's not official yet. Gonna let you know soon as I can. No. When you're not in competition,
91, you are the real boss.
what will be yours is gonna be yours, yeah. Thanking you, Father, for sending me this woman. After knocking on so many doors, yeah. Oh, now, heaven bless you, girl. It's not official yet. Gonna let you know soon as I can. It's not official yet. Gonna let you know soon as I can. The most beautiful thing happened to me today. I met this one woman. Every man's waiting a lifetime to meet. She gave good vibes. Cut me right down to size. Soon she'll be sharing the comfort of under my sheet. But it's not official yet. Gonna let you know soon as I can. It's not official yet. Gonna let you know soon as I can. It's not. Gonna have to let you know. You're the sweetest thing I ever met, girl, yes. Gotta confess it to you. You're the sweetest thing in the world. Yeah.
91, you are the real boss.
Black people, keep your heads up. Emperor Selassie, I bless them. survive. Men find it difficult because they ignorance and art. Simplicity we used to survive. Do what you doing properly, that's the way through life. Simplicity we used to survive. Men find it difficult because they ignorance and art. Simplicity we used to survive. Children, open up your eyes. It's not the one bag of vanity narding, animosity narding, hypocrisy nor democracy. It's nothing, laba laba narding, backstabber nor vampire evil lost desire. It's just a meditation of my heart, pure and conscious thought. Be overstanding and be smart. Listen to the children speak the word and shine the lines in the dark, yeah. Simplicity we used to survive. Men who find it difficult because they ignorant and die. Simplicity me used to survive. Do what you doing properly, that's the way through life. Simplicity I used to survive. Children, open up your eyes. Simplicity me used to survive. Burn piracy.
This is Real FM Radio, broadcasting live at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium in St. George's, Grenada. The T20 series between West Indies and South Africa, which comes to you, compliments the Grenada National Lotteries Authority, which comes to you, compliments the Grenada Tourism Authority, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the National Lotteries Authority, the National Lotteries Authority, Calico Shopping Centre, Republic Bank Grenada Limited, Grenlec, and the Housing Authority of Grenada.
I got my birthday money and I am going to save it. I got my child's money and I am going to save it.
Children, can you tell me what you're saving for?
I'm saving for a bicycle. I'm saving for a laptop. I'm saving for a video game.
I'm saving for my first family vacation.
Whatever the savings goal, a Right Start account at Republic Bank helps children plan today for a brighter tomorrow. Account holders get free Republic Bank tokens, earn discounts at various merchants island-wide, and are eligible for a Republic ATM card. Introduce your children to the benefits of early saving. Sign up for a Right Start account today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Who will be facing the first delivery from Linda, and he comes forward, please, that back down the track. So the first delivery met with a forward defensive prod by Andre Fletcher. So Linda, a left arm around the wicket now to bowl to Fletcher, and Fletcher is turning that through the onside, can't beat. That's Rabada, comes in from square leg. Quiet start so far. Two deliveries gone. No runs for the West Indies. They wouldn't mind that. It's early days. And here is Linda to bowl to Fletcher. And Fletcher is hitting that through the offside but can't beat. That's Van der Dusen at point. Really nice sound of the bat. Good timing. But hitting it straight to the fielder. May have felt that he missed out on a boundary there, Tony. South Africans are noted for the ground fielding, and immediately one thinks of the great Jonty Rhodes. Here is Linda to bowl to Fletcher, and Fletcher again is getting a good delivery outside the off stump with nice soft hands. He guides that into the offside. He's off the mark. The West Indies is on the way. 1 for no loss. Brings Lewis into strike. Lewis, explosive opener from Trinidad and Tobago, has really made this format his own. And left-handed Lewis takes guard from the umpire. And the cock, almost like a traffic police, waving his hands all over the place, trying to get his fieldsmen in the right position. And Lewis settles and waits for Linda. Strange name for a male. Here he is now to bowl to Lewis, and Lewis is pulling. That's a lovely shot. That's gone way over backward square leg, and that's 6. Short on the middle stump, and Lewis just rocking back and giving it the treatment that it deserves. A long hop fully smashed for 6, Tony.
Very strong in that area, Evan Lewis. Known 6 hitter. And in this power play, the first 6 overs, Linda will have to come good. Lewis will play his shots. That's the way he plays. Dragged it down a bit, and Lewis off the back foot and just crashed it over backward square. Good start for him.
7 for no loss. And no doubt Linda would be looking to respond. Let's see how he does. Here he is now to bowl to Lewis, and Lewis is coming forward, driving up into the offside. The batsman go through for 1, driving past Linda. So 8 runs off the first over, and Lewis seems to be getting it from the middle of the bat very early, and that's a good start when you go out there and gets it from the middle. Builds your confidence. 8 for no loss. West Indies in reply to South Africa's 160.
Well, these 2 batters are very positive players, Andre Fletcher and Evan Lewis. Very destructive, if I may use that word. When they are on the go, when things are going their way. Number of 6s, both of them are known 6 hitters. And if they can get off to a flyer, they will put West Indies into a little area of comfort. However, not a bad over by Linda. First over up, not a bad over. And so it's still early days, but I think the first 6 overs will be very interesting again in terms of how the West Indies set up themselves in how they go into overhaul that 160 scored by South Africa.
Well, Rabada it is, who will be picking up the attack from the other end. 27 matches, 31 wickets. Here is to Lewis, and Lewis is pulling at a short delivery, a bit of bounce and pace, and that whistled over the helmet, and the cock had to be jumping to take that over his head. Good quick delivery there by Rabada, 138 kilometers per hour.
Well, we have to remember that he's quick. He is quick. He can go over 90 miles. And that was a quick delivery, short delivery, directed at Lewis. Good bumper. And it's a good start by Rabada.
Good bounce, good pace. Here he is again now. Races in to bowl to Lewis, and Lewis to this delivery is coming forward. Plays that quietly on the onside. Rabada feels to his own bowling. Will be a very good contest. Rabada is already clocking it up, 141 Ks. And no doubt he will be looking to contain the West Indian batsmen and make the early inroads, get a breakthrough and put them on the back foot. But Lewis and Fletcher would be looking to get him away. And looking to give the West Indies a nice positive start. Kagiso Rabada, one of the leading fast bowlers in world cricket. Here he is now again to bowl to Lewis, and Lewis is pulling that viciously through square leg for 4. That was short, and he leant back and really hammered it in front of square, in fact, for 4 with some level of disdain. And Tony, he moves up, he rushes on to 11, and the total moves up to 12.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be very interesting to see the contest between Rabada and Lewis. Of course, Rabada, bouncing out the batters in the Test series. Evan Lewis is a different player. He will play his shots. I'm for one. I'm looking forward to the contest of the seamers, the South African fast bowlers, against the West Indian top order batsmen. And so far, Lewis has made his intentions quite clear. He's going to go after him. Once he's shot, he's going to play his shots.
Well, it's going to be a different kettle of fish. The T20 West Indian players are not as sedate as those who play the Test matches, and I'm not so sure that bumping might be the best approach for someone like Lewis, who loves the short ball. But Rabada, no doubt, will be confident in his ability. Let's see how he responds to Lewis. Another short delivery is turning that neatly off his legs. That will run away. More runs for the left-hander. More runs for the West Indies. 4 more to Lewis. He races to 15. 16 it is for no loss. Badly lined delivery.
Yes, the delivery badly lined there by Rabada on the legs of Evan Lewis, and just getting inside the line of it and just leg glancing it. Nobody down there at the fine leg. Of course, it's the first 6 overs, the power play. And making full use of the opportunity to, just play that ball down to fine leg and 4 more runs to Lewis.
A good shot. No risk at all involved in that. A high percentage shot there by Lewis, just turning that neatly off his legs down to fine leg for 4. So 16 it is. Here is Rabada to Lewis, and Lewis is pulling again. That's gone way over deep backward square for 6. Short. He rocked back and really helped it from the middle of the bat, and that went sailing for 6. He races to 21 at a strike rate of 322 it is for no loss.
Well, remember, that's his pet shot. That's Evan Lewis's pet shot. He loves hitting that ball in that region. A number of sixes in his career. I mentioned the fact that he has hit some 77 sixes already in his career, and so he's a power player. He's going to play his shots. Rabada paying the price for trying to bowl 2 shot, and Lewis taking on the challenge, despite the fact that the man is on a deep backward square. He's still playing his shots.
Some 16 runs off the over so far, 1 delivery left. Let's see what Rabada will do. Here is to Lewis, and Lewis is driving up into the onside to the left of Bavuma, and he goes for a single. 1 more to Lewis. He moves to 22-23. It is for the loss of no wickets after over number 2.
Tremendous start by the West Indies. Of course, that is expected. That's the way they play. The West Indian batsmen are power players. There are times when, we query the fact that they are not rotating the strike as much as they should. But that's the way they play. They believe in their power. They are big, strong.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
The offside brings the sweeper from the point boundary. And Lewis moves to 23, 1 more to the total, 24 for no loss. West Indies in over number 3, getting off to a nice, decent start, and they will be looking to consolidate and looking to build on it. Fletcher comes in to strike with all the hopes of Grenada on his shoulders. He would be looking to perform well in front of his home crowd. 5 matches to do so. So it's Noki. Here he is again now. Left arm quick to bowl to Fletcher, and Fletcher is pulling. That's a lovely shot, and that's gone over mid-wicket for 6. Short, and he almost like a short arm jabbed, helped that over mid-wicket for 6. So he moves to 7, joining in the 6th party, and it's 30 for no loss.
Well, it's very interesting. I'm actually looking forward to that contest. Again, Nokia, very pacey. But again, I think that these West Indian batsmen, after they would have seen what would have happened in the Test series and the way that the batters would have fumbled and, against the seamers, I think they would have made up their mind very early, very clear that they're going to go after these fast bowlers. And we've seen exactly that here at the National Stadium.
Well, let's see how Nokia would respond to Fletcher, and Fletcher is guiding that down to backward point, almost running away from the fielder. They get a bit of a bounce and spin, almost like a leg break, and he did well in order to stop it. So it's 30 for no loss, and Fletcher and Lewis, West Indies, getting off to a good start. Relatively new opening, Pierre. One may have thought that Chris Gale may have opened the batting.
But he's in good nick, Andre Fletcher. As Nokia comes in, we'll talk about that later.
Here he is again now. Races into Fletcher, and Fletcher is driving through the offside. There is runs here for him. They cross for 1. Will they come back for a second? No, they won't. 1 more to the total. Total moves up to 31. Fletcher moves to 8. We're in over number 3. And South Africa will be looking for early success, because this game could run away from them very, very quickly. The aggression of both Lewis and Fletcher, very, very aggressive batsmen. As you see, Nokia is already cranking up the pace, 149 kilometers. Here he is to Lewis, and Lewis is getting a full delivery on the leg stump and plays that up into the mid-wicket region. No doubt he'll be disappointed with that. That was a full toss. At some 149 clicks, he's really cranking it up, Tony.
He's quick. He's quick. I just think that the response from these batters will be different. These guys are going to play their shots. No question about it.
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, I think they're different batsmen to those who play the Test series. You don't expect these guys, Fletcher and Lewis, to be hanging back and bobbing and weaving for short pitch delivery. They will be fighting fire with fire.
Another thing there is that Andre Fletcher has just finished the T10 tournament that was played here in Grenada. He's in good form. Got a lot of runs in that tournament. On the same surface that they're playing on there now. So he's in good touch.
Lewis waits for Nokia and is turning that off the pads. Let's see if there was an inside edge or more pad. Almost a polite inquiry there from Nokia as the ball cannon into the pads. One leg by. So the total moves up to 32 for no loss at the end of over number 3.
Yes, the West Indies off to a good start. 32 at the end of 3 overs. Nokia and Rabbitholebd are coming in for a bit of punishment in both their first overs. Andre Fletcher and Evan Lewis making their intentions quite clear early in the innings that they're going to take on whatever it is at the shot. It is the power play. The first 6 overs so important that they maximize the power play and so far they have gone about their business quite nicely.
Yes, without taking any unnecessary risks. The West Indies have gotten up to a very good start, 32 for no loss. They've really punished whatever bad ball that was served up to them and playing high percentage shots, and that was very good. We see Ngidi, it's been brought into the attack, another fast bowler. So South Africa invested in a lot of pacers in this game, as here is now Ngidi, and he would be bowling to Lewis as he races away now to bowl to Lewis, and Lewis is hitting that straight back past the bowler down to the boundary for 4. No finesse about that brute force and power. Lewis just smashing that straight back past the bowler, between the bowler and mid-on for 4.
He's a power player, Evan Lewis. That's the way he plays his game. Very confident in his ability and his power. And the South Africans are playing with their strength. Their paces are their strength, and that's what they're using. And Lewis and Fletcher, they responded quite nicely to that, to the pace attack so far.
36 for no loss. Lewis 27 of 12 deliveries. Here is Ngidi to Lewis, and Lewis is pulling well. Another shot, another boundary there for Lewis, hitting that true backward square leg for 4, short as if he didn't see what he did to Rabbitholebd, serving it up for Lewis, and Lewis said thank you very kindly and really smashed that behind square on the onside for 4.
Yeah, this is the National Stadium in Grenada wicket. It's a bad delivery to a delivery that was leg stump, badly lined, and Lewis didn't hit it as well as he wanted to, but the result is still the same. Didn't time it as much as he would have liked, but the result is still the same. He got 4 runs for it. Delivery badly lined there by Giddy.
40 for no loss in over number 4. Here is Ngidi to bowl to Lewis, and Lewis is getting a good delivery, just hitting him in that area where no one likes to be hit. But he's down. I don't think he's out. Might be taking the count. It's not funny. Everybody laughs when you get hit there, but it's very, very painful.
Yeah, and you have to remember too that Giddy is quick. He's a giant. That delivery there, just creeping into him there and just coming off the
inside edge.
The inside edge and go into that area there. So he's down for the count. But he's a strong lad. Hopefully he should be okay. But he's down for the count, and it's very painful in that area there. And so hopefully he should be okay. The physio, he's out there. That's what these guys do. That's their job. But again, Francis, the start, West Indies and South Africa in this inning. South Africa, of course, using their pace, coming out, with guns blazing, and the West Indies, they have responded in kind manner, playing a number of shots to.
Energy management tips. Use air conditioning wisely. Close doors and windows in air-conditioned spaces. When ironing bulk. Do not overfill your refrigerator. Do not set the temperature too low. Clean the coils. Buy energy-efficient equipment and appliances.
Grenlec, serving the nation.
Bread card. Oh, you could smell.
Open borders with the right precautions will keep us safe and lead us to the successful rejuvenation of our tourist industry. Because when we come together as a country, we all win.
I did it for my co-workers.
I did it for my granny.
What's up? I did it for my neighbor.
I did it for my business.
Help us, help Grenada.
I did it for myself and my family. Get vaccinated.
Together, we can defeat COVID-19. Get vaccinated.
Lanka bowled out for 91. So England taking a 3-0 win in the series. And also, if you're a football fan, the Danes really ended the Welsh aspirations for Euro 220, hammering them 4-0. I'm sure that they would say that one was done for Christian Eriksen. So a lot of sports around. A lot of sports this weekend. Max Verstappen taking pole position in Formula 1. Lewis Hamilton second on the grid. Exciting race ahead tomorrow. So Lewis is back up like a boxer, taking the count, not been knocked out, ready to go again.
I mean, I think what is nice, Francis, is the fact that the sun has come back out here at the National Stadium in Grenada. There doesn't seem to be any threat of rain at the moment. Of course, the rain made me look so foolish a while ago when he said that, the sun was shining and then down came the rain. But it's back out in its glory, and it's good to see that.
Yes, and Lewis is back up and ready to do battle with Ngidi. Getting a bit of a moral victory. 40 it is for no loss. Series now waits for Ngidi. And Lewis to this delivery is looking to hit that through the offside. Almost a rush of blood. A wild swipe there. Going past the outside edge to be taken by Dicock.
Yes, Lewis looking to go downtown. Looking to hit that inside out. Over long off. Didn't make contact. Just giving himself room to free his arms. And just flew past the outside edge. Taken by Dicock.
So again, Ngidi turns from the top of his bowling back mark, mops away some perspiration from his forehead as he begins to move in now, begins to lengthen and strengthen those strides. Races in now to bowl to Lewis. Shot. Lewis again is pulling well. That's gone. Way over mid-wicket for another 6. You just simply cannot bowl short to end on Lewis on this track. 6 more to Lewis. He rushes to 37-46. It is for no loss.
Interestingly, Francis Entele, there is a man posted in that very position for that particular shot, and he's taking him on, and every single time he plays the shot, he clears the boundary, and there is a man there for that. So there is a plan. There is a plan to bowl him short, so that at least he can miscue, but he's not miscuing. They're coming out from the middle of the bat and crashing over the fence for 6. Another fantastic shot by Evan Lewis.
Execution to perfection, as Lewis is really getting them off the middle. Here is Ngidi to Lewis, another short one, another pull shot again. Same ball, same shot, same results. 52 it is for no loss. The West Indies 50 comes up, and Lewis races on to 43 from some 17 deliveries. And he is really scoring. He's really accelerating and scoring in 6s.
That's fantastic batting by Evan Lewis. Taking on the challenge, taking on the pace of Giddy. And 2 men set for that particular shot, and Lewis, in no-nonsense mode, crashes it over again, over mid-wicket. And I think they will have to rethink their strategy, their plan, because so far it's not working. Lewis is murdering them. South Africa, the West Indies off to a flyer. Lewis and Fletcher, it's fantastic batting indeed.
Well, it's not working for South Africa, but it is really working for Evan Lewis and the West Indies, as West Indies moves up to 53 for no loss. So, Tony, West Indies making batting look easy on the surface. Lewis and Fletcher. Not so much Fletcher. He has not seen much of a strike. Lewis is dominating. Fletcher is whipping that over mid-wicket again for 6. That's Van der Dusen. They're taking a brilliant catch, but going over the boundary with that. That was on the legs, and he really whipped that almost Virat Kohli-like and got it over mid-wicket off Rabada for 6. 58 it is for no loss West Indies.
Yeah, Rabada will have to be careful. Again, a bad line delivery, a leg side delivery, but Andre Fletcher, very strong wrist. Just flicked it over the man at backward square who was right on the fence, and that's a
Fletcher is flashing through backward point. Lovely shot for 4. Shot wide outside the off stump, and he really hammered that behind point for 4. 62 it is for no loss. Fletcher races to 18. West Indies are really turning on the pressure on South Africa.
That's a great shot. That's a great shot off the off stump. Played it late on one knee. Played it square. That ball flew through backward point for another 4 by Andre Fletcher. Fantastic shot to the right of the man at third man, to the left the man on the sweeper boundary. Didn't stand a chance.
The visions of the great Gordon Greenidge, and a short wide one by Rabada. Fletcher bent on bending knees, joining the fleck and let it go over his back to be taken by De Kock. 62 for no loss. 4.3 overs. West Indies really turning on the accelerator. South Africa under the pump as we see smiles, all smiles on the West Indies camp with Fletcher and Lewis going great guns. South Africa definitely would rethink the strategy. Rabada to Fletcher, and Fletcher is hitting that over the infield, not timing it as well as he wanted to. That goes down to the man at the sweeper position. One more to Fletcher. He moves up to 19. 63 it is for no loss. So it's been a good, solid, confident start by the West Indies.
That's great batting, fantastic batting, great entertainment, and that's what it's all about. T20 cricket at its best. 2 batsmen facing 2 very quick fast bowlers and playing their shots, taking them on. It doesn't get much more exciting than that.
Oh, what a difference a couple days can make. Rabada, who was intimidating the West Indian test openers and test batsmen, is really under the pump from the T20 specialist. Here he is now to Lewis, and Lewis is hitting that up into the onside from the inner portion of the bat, and the batsmen cross for 1. No, in fact, Fletcher was sent back. The throw hit the stumps, and let's see, we've gone upstairs. Could there be something interesting to run out? Let's wait and see.
I think he got back. I think he got back. I think he's confident he got back there. Just inquiring, just ensuring that everything is right. Don't want to make a mistake. I think that's all that is happening there. I think he got back quite comfortably.
Well, if you have the technology, then use it. Yes, he's bat length in by about 2 feet he's in, so it's comfortable. No doubt, but at this stage, South Africa, desperate would be, looking to appeal for anything, hoping that they would get a breakthrough. So, all is well that ends well. Rabada stops. He's stopped by the umpire. Walks back to the top of his bowling mark. Turns, looks up, and sees that Lewis is waiting for him at the other end. The battle really and truly on. Here he is now, races into Lewis, and Lewis is looking to tug that from outside the off stump through the onside, and getting it from the inner portion of the bat going up to long on. It's been trying to hit that one a little too hard. That's the end of the over. At the end of over number 5.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think of Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
In the remaining 15 overs, they'll be quite comfortable.
Yeah, well, it's been a dramatic start here by the West Indies. Evan Lewis was hit south of the border but he got up like a great warrior and continued to fight. So Samsi would move in, change of bowling. Fletcher will be taking strike. 19 of 11. They both have batted so very well, Fletcher and Lewis. Lewis the more aggressive of the two, but he has faced more deliveries here. Samsi comes in now to bowl to Fletcher. And Fletcher is getting that outside the off stump, rocks on the back foot, gets the ball that turns into him. Now, don't forget he's the left arm unorthodox leg spin googly bowler. Well, Chinaman googly, as he's going to move in once more to bowl to Fletcher. 63 without loss. We're in over number 6 from over the wicket. Passes the umpire now. Is Shamsi in now and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is coming forward and looking to turn that out on the onside. The ball cannons into the pad, dribbles out on the onside. The cock from behind the stumps just goes around rather easily and picks the ball up. So, good start by the West Indies here. Off to a great start, chasing down 161. And they couldn't get a better start than this. So Fletcher again settles. Shamsi is in and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher makes room outside the offside and cars that through the offside. That's a fine shot. That's 4 runs. Not a man move. That went between the cover and extra cover position. They went all along the ground, scorching the grass. And it went down to the extra cover boundary for 4. He made room outside the leg stump.
Excellent execution there from Fletcher, making room, giving himself room and hitting it very well timed as well, off the middle of the bat, and from the time he hit it, he knew.
Yes, he knew that it was going to be 4. Didn't bother to run. 23, 67 without loss. Here he is once more. Shamsi comes in to bowl to Fletcher. He's there now and bowls. And Fletcher to this delivery is making room again outside the off stump. Hits that in the air. That's still going. Drops just inside the extra cover area and would go over the boundary as 2 fielders going after it. Bamuva and also, who's the other fielder? Rabada. And none of them was able to pull it back. The ball trickled over the boundary line before they got there. So Fletcher didn't hit that well as he would have liked. But it reaped him the kind of result that he wanted. 4 more. And he's now gone on to 27. 71 without loss. They're after a flyer. Shamsi moves in once more to bowl to Fletcher. Fletcher is making room outside the leg stump, looking to turn it out on the onside. The bowler saw him and sank it into the leg stump. Well, way outside the leg stump rather. Fletcher a little bit jammed. Could do no more than maybe try to pat it out on the onside. 27 is Fletcher. 43 to Lewis, who looks on from the non-strikers end. 71 without loss. Shamsi once more. Left arm over the wicket and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is getting that down the leg side. Would be a white signal by the umpire. And just confirmed there that it was pitched out at the leg stump and still going further away. Total has gone by 1 now to 72. Fletcher remains on 27. He's batted well so far. Shamsi moves in to bowl to Fletcher, who to this delivery is making room outside the leg stump.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfecting cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents Soft Flower, Ocean Breeze, and the new Aloe Vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
60 they got. So the target is 161. Here is Ngidi. Moves in now to bowl to Fletcher, who's 28. He's there now. Bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is off the back foot. Steers the ball in a rather skillful, clever manner down to the third man area. Will get a comfortable single. He's now pushed on by 1 to 29. The left-handed Evan Lewis. Enterprising, aggressive, belligerent. That sort of mold he's in now comes into strike. And the West Indies, 73 without loss. Rousing start here at the National Cricket Stadium. It's been a fine display of batsmanship by these two here. Lewis, of course, the more aggressive of the two, but they've batted with great enterprise. So, 74 without loss as Lewis would get ready to face Ngidi. Here is Ngidi now to Lewis, who is outside the off stump off the back foot, and he hits that down to the sweeper position, would get a comfortable single as the return comes into the cock. Just a one more to Lewis. I think he might be a bit disappointed with that. He might have been thinking about hitting it a little straighter.
Yeah, I think so. With the power play, just ended the more fielders on the boundary, the sweeper in position. He would have been looking to get it a little bit more straight to beat that sweeper.
75 without loss. Fletcher taking strike. He's 29 as Ngidi moves in. Now, he is there now. Bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is coming forward and turns it up on the onside. They get a comfortable single as the ball runs down to the long on position. So one more to Fletcher, who has now gone on to 30, and the total is moved to 76 without loss. Of course, you still got to come. Gale, who should be batting at number 3, it's become something of a customary position now in the latter stage of his batting career. But for the most part, he has scored the bulk of his runs batting up at number 1. The old statesman now, this obviously the waning part of his career, as I said earlier on, as it will be Ngidi once more to bowl to Lewis. Here he is now brushing past the ump and bowls to Lewis. Lewis comes forward and drives the ball, just tugs the ball down to long on, and they get a comfortable single. Fletcher was interested in the second run, but Lewis decided no, and they now get the second run by just a really scrappy display there, overthrow. So that's really ugly, not disciplined at all by South Africa, and Pavuma wouldn't be very happy with that at all. West Indies now 77 without loss.
No, at all, he wouldn't be. The return came in, it was a direct hit, but with the batsman in his crease, one thought, actually the return was rather poor. Batsman not really attempting a run, and one bounce and direct hit, and that afforded West Indies the opportunity to get the overthrow.
So it would be Ngidi once more, none for 25 so far into his second over, so he has been treated rather poorly, rather badly by these two batsmen. Lewis, 46, now settles as here is Ngidi now brushing past the umpires, then bowls to Lewis. Lewis hits that straight. Oh, that's a lovely shot. That's a magnificent shot, straight down the ground. That's gone all the way. That's gone for 6. That's a huge hit. What a wonderful shot. And the 50 has come up. What a wonderful display of batting here by this little left-hander. Came forward and drove it handsomely. He's gone now on to 52. Fine half century of only 22 balls.
Excellent innings there by Evan Lewis. That last delivery to bring up his 50, he's really timed it really well. Effortlessly reminded me of Carl Hooper.
Well, you'll want to say a left-handed Carl Hooper, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That was a big hit. We've just confirmed that the distance got up to 92. And they're telling you now, of course, you don't have to be big men to hit them long and far. A lot has to do with how much and how well you've timed the ball. If you hit it from the middle, 5 inches from the base, the great late Sir Everton Weeks tell you they're going to go, maybe far and wide. Here once more is Ngidi. Moving in with his last delivery of this over ball, so Lewis comes forward, gets a full toss that he may well chide himself not having really treated that with more disdain, patted back a lot.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Energy management tips. Use air conditioning wisely. Close doors and windows in air-conditioned spaces. When ironing bulk. Do not overfill your refrigerator. Do not set the temperature too low. Clean the coils. Buy energy-efficient equipment and appliances.
Grenlec, serving the nation.
Has indeed come to an end.
Yeah, definitely. They would be happy with the start with that sort of platform for guys like Chris Gayle and Puran and other guys to come. They would be happy with that sort of start. It makes things easier for the batsmen coming in, and they're able to give themselves a few deliveries to play themselves in. As Chris Gayle makes his way to the middle, he will be looking to build on that platform coming in at the end of the 7th over, really at 86 for 1. Really a comfortable time for a batsman to come in at number 3.
That's right, and they won't really have to rush anything at all. They're very much on course. The required run rate is just about 5.92, just under 6, which is not bad at all. And with that required run rate, they can assess the situation very well, and they don't have to panic, although they have indeed lost a wicket.
Yeah, definitely comfortable position West Indies are in. They would certainly look to keep the scoreboard taken and not want to get themselves into a hole and give South Africa the chance to get into this match.
So Chris Gayle, 1,656 runs in his T20 career at this level. But of course, you know that he scored so many more runs than that in a rather celebrated, extraordinary career over the years. He's the king of the 2020 batting, no question about that. So Lewis is going to be taking strike. He's 52, 23 deliveries for those 52 runs. And 85 for 1. Fletcher run out for 30, 19 deliveries. Here is Samsey. Moves in now to bowl to Lewis. There he is now. And to bowl to Lewis. There's a slip in. And Lewis to this delivery is coming forward. The ball going away from him. Hits that down through the cover area. They've gone for 1. Won't come back for the second. The return is going to come into the cock. Just a 1 bounce. And he gets 1. So Lewis, just looking back at Fletcher's dismissal, the thing is that he was looking to sweep, and then having to get up from his hunches, so to speak, and then run down to the non-striker's end. That, in fact, proved dismal for him in the end and was run out. So Gayle comes in to strike. Will be the first delivery. Here is Shamsi, moves in to bowl to Gayle. He's just about there now and bowls over the wicket. Gayle is coming forward, reaches forward to a delivery that was given generous flight, pushes out to Bavuma, who's feeling there just wideish mid-off, and there is no run. The total remains on 86 for 1. Over number 7, bowled by Samsey, in now to Gayle, and Gayle to this delivery is coming forward, takes it on the pad, the ball dribbles out behind him on the onside. The keeper, Ducock, running around rather quickly, pulls off the right glove, anticipating just in case there may have been an attempt for a single. Aborted the idea of the 2 batsmen, no doubt. Total remains on 86 for 1. Gayle yet to score. He's faced 2 deliveries so far. Shamsi in now to bowl to Gayle, who to this delivery is coming forward and driving, gets his first run. Ball is hit down to long off, and he gets a comfortable single. So 1 to Gayle. He's just gotten off the mark, I beg your pardon. And the total has moved on now to 87 for 1. Brings Lewis, who is 53 and has batted with great domination, poise and prowess, and batted with great skill, into strike. as Shamsi once more. Little wrong damish action he's got. He's there now and bowls to Lewis. Lewis is off the back foot and gets one that spins away and makes room outside the leg stump and hits the ball down to cover. Will get a single. So he is now gone to 54 and the total has gone to 88 for 1. We're in over number 8. This is the final delivery coming up in this over. Gale will be taking strike. He's on 1. Shamsi in now to bowl to Gale. And Gale is getting one way outside the off stump. He doesn't have to play because the ball goes further away. So that completes the over. And at the end of the over, at the end of 8 overs, it's 88 for 1, 88 for 1. That's the latest score here at the National Cricket Stadium.
C-R-O, C-R-O. What you doing? Practicing how to say hello in Italian so I can go impress the folks at Caribbean LED.
You mean because they have the new Fumagale range of lighting fixtures, ideal for outdoor use, especially for homes like ours in the tropics, affected by constant sunlight and sea spray?
Fumagale.
Alright you, head to the store at Wildy. I will go to the Laura Estate location on my way home. Oh, and it's not Ciao, it's pronounced Chow.
Wait, it's Chow?
So welcome back. This is the CG Insurance 2020 match here between the West Indies and South Africa. Don't forget, 5 matches tomorrow. God's willing will be match number 2. So, yeah, we've got 88 for 1, the West Indies is Nagy. Comes in, bowls to Gale. Gale comes forward, drives the ball out to extra cover. Can't pierce the inner circle. So, Nagy, who's is bowled rather quickly. In his spell so far, clock up to 151 kilometers per hour. That's fast. So, Lewis, 54 of 26, has batted so very well. Faces up to Nagy, who to this delivery is coming forward, just pushes the ball up to long on, will get a comfortable single. So 1 more to his total, he's now gone to 55. And West Indies, impressively, they're 89 for 1.
Yeah, Chris Gale, he's looking at that, how he started his innings against Shamsi, quite cautious and watchful. Of course, with the start, he has the luxury to just take a few deliveries to play himself in, get accustomed to the pace of the wicket, and from there with Evan Lewis at the other end and batting so beautifully, he has that support and they can build a partnership here.
Nagy would move in once more. They certainly will want to do that since the wicket of Fletcher in now, and both to Gale. Gale gets a short delivery, and that was short and quick too. And just getting out the way. Didn't have to duck under it, but just pulled the chest inside the line. A delivery that was 144k. That's fast. And the cock collecting behind the stumps. So he's working up a steam here.
Yeah, he is. Since in his first over, he has been in around that early 140s.
Yes, I love to see that. Love to see fast bowlers really coming in and bending their back to good world-class bowlers. Here is a delivery that is short rising, and Gale, the old statesman, is onto the back foot and pushes the ball out in front of square, behind square rather, on the offside, but with no aggressive intention. Dot ball. Total remains on 89 for 1. Gale is 1 of 6. Lewis looks on rather happily at the non-striker's end with a sense of accomplishment. He is 55, and West Indies, they're chasing this down well. 89 for 1. Nagy once more would move into bowl to Gale with the rasta hair just slipping out beyond the grill of his helmet. He is there now and bowls, and Gale gets one that he tucks neatly just behind square on the leg side. The runs here for him. They've gone for 1. Will come back for the second. No, they decided against it. Maybe Evan Lewis is still favouring that Nagy got south of the border, and it's probably giving him a bit of bother still.
Yeah, he seems a bit uncomfortable. Just when they took that single, he looked back to Gale as if to suggest I really can't come back for 2, even if you were thinking about it.
Oh, poor thing, poor thing. We all have been hit there. Once you've played the game of cricket, you've been hit in that very sensible spot at some point or the other. And whether it's a fast bowler, medium pace, or a spinner, it does really hurt. Lewis is 55. Here is Nagy bowls to Lewis. Lewis gets a Yorker-like delivery. Ooh, that was good work by the bowler on his follow-through. Hurled the return at the keeper's end. And so Lewis had to scamper back. Well bowled, well fielded, well played. Good all-round cricket. All around. And it also showed the good athleticism of the bowler.
Yeah, tidy over there from Nokia. Just the 2 runs from it. Quite in contrast to the way other overs have gone throughout the innings. Of course, West Indies getting off to a good start. So South Africa will be looking to, with the loss of the wicket, looking to pull things back a bit here, see if they can get themselves back into the game. Of course, they would want to see the back of Evan Lewis as well. And with 2 new batsmen in the crease, they would fancy their chances.
Yes, they certainly will. 9 overs gone. They're scoring at 10 runs per over. My math is not good, but when you have it like that, it makes it a little bit easier for me, Chris. The required run rate is 6.45. Shamsi moves in now to bowl to Gale. Gale is coming forward, gets one that spins away, opens the face of the bat and glides it rather easily down to Ngidi, who is feeling just behind square on the offside. No run there. The total remains on 90 for 1. She's getting the ball to turn away from the left-handed batsman. We'd like to see him getting the one to turn in. Here is Shamsi once more. In now to bowl to Gale, who is on 2. And Gale is coming forward, gets one that spins away. That's why you've got the slipper there, the lone slipper. But the old master's been around for a long time, and I think he's reading him. Maybe you'll be advised to just pitch the ball up more, give it a little bit more flight, Cyprian.
Yeah, definitely. Shamsi pitching these first 2 deliveries in that over well.
Shamsi once more in now to bowl to Gale, who is coming forward and driving back past the bowler. The bowler made a very failing attempt. He tried but wasn't able to cut it off. Ball went down to long on. Comfortable single there. So one more to Gale, who's now gone in a rather sedate manner to 3. And the total has moved on to 91 for 1. Brings the more enterprising of the 2 in Lewis and the more aggressive of the 2, Lewis, who is 55 of 29, I think it is, into strike.
Yeah, Shamsi would be disappointed with the fielding effort there. It would have been nice for him to bowl 3 dot balls to Gale and look to build some pressure.
Well, the pressure is certainly off the West Indies here. They've got off to a rousing start. Here is Shamsi, moves in now to bowl to Lewis. Lewis is off the back foot, gets one that spins away and hits the ball down to long off. Not quite too long off. The bowler himself was running back to see whether he could cut it off, but didn't in the end. The batsman had time to cross for 1. So 1 more to Lewis. He is moved rather nicely to 56. Gale comes in to strike. He's on 3. As Shamsi, none for 16 so far. He's into his 3rd. In now to bowl to Gale. Gale looks up and sees he's coming, and he's coming forward and plays the ball, just pushes it out to extra cover. Pavuma is there fielding, and there is no run. So South Africa having a bit of a test here, no doubt, because the West Indies, they're chasing down the victory target of 161, and they're chasing it quite comfortably. Here is Shamsi once more, bowls to Gale. Gale come forward. They go through for a very quick single. Just pushes the ball out in front of him on the offside. In front of square, and Ngidi came in rather quickly, but it was rather measured. And they were able to take the single. So 4 to Gale. Lewis is 56. 93 for 1 is the latest score here at the National Cricket Stadium.
Old-time bakers in Bim bake from home. Remember the Dutch oven made of stone? Then came the bread cart. Oh, you could smell that bread a mile away. And then there was the bread van. Many have made a living selling from them. Now, your bread is as close to your home as you can get it, because there's sure to be a Crumbs bakery near you for a wide variety of fresh cakes, pastries, and bread.
Crumbs, so good, even down to the last crumb.
93 it is for 1, West Indies. So we see another bowling change by South Africa. And it's Hendricks, who will be right arm off break bowler, who will be coming into the attack from the Dabo end. And he would be bowling to Gale. So West Indies 93 for 1 in over number 11. Here is Hendricks, the ball to Gale, and Gale is getting a wide delivery. He's hitting that hard, high. That's going. That's gone. 6 runs off the top of the 10th. And Gale showing the full force of the universe boss, hitting that straight back over the bowler's head for 6. First explosive shot by Chris Gale. 99 for 1. He moves into double figures. He's now 10. Good welcome to Hendricks.
Yeah, Hendricks with the loosener there, Francis, and Chris Gale in a no-nonsense move just crashed it straight back over the bowler's head. 6 runs, is a very big 6, well-timed. And Hendricks cannot afford to just float the ball up to Chris Gale. He's tremendously powerful.
Putting him under pressure right away. Good way to start as a batsman. Just putting the pressure on the bowler, letting him know that, hey, you're in a contest here and you can't bowl that to me. Almost disdain Gale hitting that over long off for 6. Here is Hendricks to Gale, and Gale is pulling high, hard. That's going, that's gone. Another 6, massive 6 by Gale. 6 more to the total. He moves to 16, 105 it is for 1. The 100 coming up for the West Indies in over number 11. After 10.2 overs, West Indies 105 for the loss of 1.
Too short, too slow. Sufficient time off the back foot, and he crashed it again over mid-wicket. Too short, too slow. Eats and drinks for Chris Gale. Another 6 over backward square.
And Hendricks feeling the weight of the universe boss. This bat must be very big. And the 6s are big, Tony, because he's hitting them a long way.
Yeah, this guy hits a lot of 6s, plenty 6s. I think Chris Gale, some 140 6s in T20 cricket. It's a lot of 6s.
He waits for Hendricks, and he's looking to hit that again off the pad, and that trickles into the offside. May have just gotten a bit of an edge onto that. Let's see what the umpire will say. And Gale looking off the edge and off the tie of the keeper. And not a catch by any means, Tony, but a little moral victory there for Hendricks. 1 to Gale. He moves up to 17, 106 for 1. Now, no doubt Gale in the mood, looking to go again. He brings Lewis into strike. He comes forward, opens the face of the bat, runs that down to point. Rabada feels he can score. He's kept on 56 from 30 deliveries. 106 it is for the loss of 1. The target of 161 is looking smaller and smaller by the deliveries. Lewis is hitting that straight back over the bowler's head, and that's gone for another 6. 6 more to Lewis. He races into the 60s. He's now 62, 112 for 1. And the West Indies is really scoring in bunches. There was a bit of rain earlier on, but right now it's raining 6s, Tony.
Yeah, that's how they play. They're power hitters, the West Indian batters, Lewis and of course Chris Gale. Lewis over the strike rate of 155, so you know what he can do. He's very difficult to bowl at, and now that he's set, he's taking the fight to the South African bowlers. Hendricks, young player, not much experience, cannot give Lewis any room to free his arms.
112 for 1, and Bavuma is confused out there. Everything seems to be coming from the middle of the bat. The West Indies showing some good character, showing dominance, as Hendricks it is now to bowl to Lewis, and Lewis again is driving off the outer portion of the bat in the air, will fall between 2 fielders. It's falling in no man's land. They come back for a second. 2 more to Lewis. He moves to 64. 114 it is for 1.
Yeah, Hendricks being baptized there. Good baptism for Hendricks there. It's not easy bowling at these players, Christopher Gale and Evan Lewis, especially when they're in this mode. Everything is going from the middle of the bat. Lewis is settled quite nicely. Gale took a little while before he went into his stride, and now they're really hitting the ball very fiercely, very hard. And South Africa in a bit of bother. The 160 looking very small at this moment.
Well, the pressure is really and truly on the South African bowlers. Their only way out of this right now is wickets. They will have to pick up wickets and pick up wickets immediately. Otherwise, this game will really run away from them in a hurry. 114 it is for 1 after 11 overs. So West Indies needing 47 from 54 balls. Less than a run a ball. It's not very often you see this in T20 cricket.
Yeah, with these 2 players out there, Shamsi comes in again to bowl to Christopher Gale.
Well, he's been the best bowler so far. He's a about to begin his final over. Here he is to Gale, and Gale is just guiding that neatly through backward point for a single direct hit again by Rabada. They will call for the third umpire. And Tony, the South African feeling in terms of the percentage, they hit the stumps very regularly.
Yeah, obviously they've practiced that on a number of occasions. Lewis seems to be quite comfortable. We'll have to wait and see, of course, on the replay in terms of what's happening.
Yes, he's in. He seems to be in. Let's look at it again.
It's very tight.
It's very tight. It's very, very tight. In fact, the bail seemed to be moved by the keeper before the ball got in. So the keeper may have dislodged the bails before the ball got in. So if you look carefully from the ball is not yet to the stumps and the bail is off. So the keeper would have dislodged the bail. So in any way, he cannot be given out. So all is well that ends well. And Lewis would leave the fight on. And we expect a not-out signal from the umpire shortly. 1:15 it is for 1. Just waiting for confirmation. The cock almost with a cheeky smile, knowing that he is guilty of dislodging the bails. So West Indies looking to turn around the fortunes from Test cricket in the T20, and South Africa looking to continue with the success. Here is Shamsi to bowl to Lewis, and Lewis is pulling that high hard. That's gone again. Over wideish long on for another 6. And that was short off the back foot, and he really hammered that with brute force. As we can see the ladies jumping and cheering in the stand. 6 more to Lewis. He moves to 70 off 33 deliveries, 121 for 1.
Yeah, Evan Lewis is extremely strong. You cannot afford to be a fraction short. And Shamsi here just a fraction short. And with those quick hands of his, he just crashed it again over Rabada's head at the long end position. And Shams is a bit disappointed, but no way Rabada could have gotten that one. Evan Lewis again, total command.
Well, he needed Holder on his shoulder to catch that. Here is Lewis is swinging through the onside. More runs here for him. That will be, it's cut off on the deep backward square boundary. 1 more to Lewis. And Lewis looking to finish this in a hurry. 122 it is for 1. And the West Indies pretty much large. And in charge of this at this moment at the National Stadium in Grenada.
He's very destructive, Evan Lewis, extremely destructive, especially when he's in that mode. And so far, the South Africans have been put to the sword.
Gale waits for Shamsi, and he's bowling a wide down the leg side. Will be signaled. So as umpire refer with those telescopic hands stretched it out, also stretching the chest muscles. There, 1 more to the total, 1 more to extras. 123 it is for 1. Gale. He's on 18. Waits for Shamsi to Gale, and Gale off the back foot is hitting that through the covers. They cross for 1. Will they come back for the second? No, they wouldn't. Van der Dussen sends a return on the bounce to De Kock. 124 for 1. Gale moves up to 19. West Indies scoring at a healthy rate of 10.63. Required run rate, a paltry 4.44.
I think this surface here at the National Stadium, very good for batting. South Africa, with the bowling lineup that they have and the inexperience, especially with the slower bowlers, as Lewis waits.
So here is Shamsi to Lewis, and Lewis is hitting that high. I don't know if he got all the timing in the world, and settling under it and taking a very good catch there. Lewis goes, and let's see who was that fielder who took that catch. It was a very, very, very good catch that went a mile in the air. And Lewis goes, Shamsi getting the breakthrough. Lewis goes for 71. No doubt, maybe a bit disappointed. Probably could have seen a wrong and looked for 100. 124 it is for the loss of 2.
I tell you what, great entertainment by Evan Lewis. A ball given generous flight by Shamsi, and didn't didn't cue it properly. Ever since once he played the shot, he realized that he didn't time it properly. Went up into the air and well taken. South Africa will be quite relieved to see the back of Evan Norris. A fantastic knock, 71 of 35 deliveries. As Francis, the man is over 200 strike rate, and the West Indies tremendous start by Evan Norris together with Andre Fletcher. The West Indies in a spot of comfort, making things a lot easier for the incoming batsmen.
Well, definitely it was an entertaining knock, and all those at the National Stadium would have felt very happy to see Lewis and his display today. So South Africa and getting another breakthrough, getting the wicket of Lewis, 124 for 2. Some 37 more runs needed. The West Indies would feel that they're very much in the driver's seat, but it is this good old game we call cricket is full of glorious uncertainties with lots of twists and turns, and West Indies would want to take the time and get to that total and ensure that they get a victory. Here is Shamsi to Gale, and Gale is guiding that up into the offside. He can't score, can't beat Rabada, who is positioned almost like a traffic policeman on top of a hill at backward point, and he can't score. The end of the over from Shamsi, and the end of his 4 overs, 1 for 27. The latest score at the National Stadium in Grenada, 124 for 2.
He hasn't bowled that
Did you
bad.
know that if you switch to LED lighting throughout your home, that you could save as much as 80% on your lighting costs?
Yes, man.
And did you know, you knew that?
Of course, I also know that with using LED lights, I get brighter lighting that lasts longer and is better for the environment too. And by choosing my LED lights from Caribbean LED, I get up to 3 years warranty.
Wow, you know very much.
I hear all the ads on radio for Caribbean LED. Call them and ask at 621-0092 or visit them in Laura Estate or Wildy if you don't believe me.
So, we're back with you at the National Stadium in Grenada. The new batsman is Andre Russell. No doubt looking to get a little bit of time in the middle. Coming in ahead of Puran, and Rabada is brought back into the attack. Here is to Russell. Short delivery. Russell is pulling well. That's gone again. 6 more to Russell. Well, in fact, that's his first 6 more. 130 it is for the loss of 2, and the West Indies is really dealing in 6s today, Tony.
He's tremendously strong, Andre Russell. Bad line delivery by Rabada, and Russell just going through the line, freeing his arms. Don't give him room to free his arms, and he crashed that over middle wicket that went miles away into the stand. That's a big 6 by Andre Russell.
Rabada looking to employ the short pitch attack to Russell. We know that there's talk in the circle that once we get a glimpse of the Prime Minister, former cricketer himself, loves the sport, enjoying it with some of his colleagues in the stands. It's good when the leaders can come and support the game. 130 for 2. I'm sure he's saying, well, probably I could have hit that for 6. Here is another short delivery, slower one by Rabada, and Russell looking to hit that again, not making contact, going through to be taken by De Kock. 130 for 2. West Indies needing 31 more runs, and pretty much looking to get off to a winning start in this T20 series.
I think they also want to make a statement to South Africa, and that statement will be dominance, and they want to ensure that and have that psychological edge on South Africa, dominating and demolishing them as they can, And I think basically that's what's happening there. They want to make a statement and put in that psychological pressure for the remaining 4 on the T20s.
Another slower short bumper there from Rabada, and Russell again deceived, not making contact. 130 for 2. Rabada fastest delivery 143.8 kilometers, and the slowest 107. Russell is looking again to pull another short delivery from Rabada, not making contact, going through to be taken by De Kock. So pretty much there seemed to be a plan against Andre Russell to bowl short and at his body.
Yeah, you will find them bowling shot at Andre Russell, also Kyron Pollard, the West Indies captain. And you will see the fast bowlers trying to intimidate them and trying to take out their arms from going through the arc and playing the shots.
Rabada to Russell, another slow delivery and deceiving him. Russell swinging and missing. It's almost like a joke out there. Both batsman and bowler laughing. And Russell again deceived with another slower delivery from Rabada.
Again, Rabada has learned very quickly. In his first spell, he was using a lot of pace, and now you realize that he saw what doing Bravo and the other West Indians and McCoy and them. They saw what they did with the ball, and so he's learning quickly on the surface.
Slower cutter from Rabada. This one is pitched right up in the block hole, and Russell digs it out, sends it back to Rabada in a polite manner. The end of, in fact, one delivery left in the over. No, in fact, that's the end of the over. 130 it is for 2. West Indies in pursuit of 161.
Yes, a good over there by Rabada, with the exception of that 6 that Russell struck. It was a badly lined delivery. The others, he settled along with a lot of change-ups, deceiving Russell on most of the occasion. Russell looking to go across the line of the ball, trying to free his arms. That last delivery there, slow Yorker, and Russell had to think. Otherwise, so by and large, Rabada using his skill, learning quickly on the surface, and it's good to see that because we still have some 40-20s left, and they will have to learn as quickly as possible. I think the West Indians would like pace on the deliveries, as we have seen another change again.
Well, it's a Linda back into the attack, and he would be bowling to Gale. Here he is to Gale, and Gale is pulling that, and that's gone high, hard, that's gone over a backward square leg for 6. Short delivery, almost a loosener there from Linda, getting the full treatment from Christopher Henry Gale. 6 more to him. He moves to 25, 136 for 2.
It's again pull down, short, Gale off the back foot, and he will always find the boundary over there. It's too short, it's too slow. Sufficient time for him to freeze arms. Another 6 to Christopher Gale.
Yes, the West Indies batsmen not afraid to hit the ball in the air. They're very powerful. They're very strong men. And they're hitting it and clearing the boundaries with comfort. 136 it is for 2. Gale almost nonchalantly stands and waits for Linda to go back to his bowling mark. A bit of advice from his captain, Bavuma. There's a change of attack, and he will be going around the wicket to bowl to Gale, looking to cramp him for room. So Gale settles over his bat and waits for Linda. Here he is now to bowl to Gale wide outside the off stump. That was a poor delivery there by Linda. 1 more to the total, 137 for 2.
Well, he's under pressure. This guy's hitting the ball very far out of the ground. So he's under a lot of pressure.
Linda to Gale, and Gale is hitting that. That's down straight between the bowler and mid-on for 4. The power of Gale, I mean, that one was really struck with ferocious power, and that's rocketing into the fence for 4. 4 more to Gale. He moves to 29, 141 it is for 2.
Yes, he hit that one a lot straighter. You realize that the long on is a bit wide, so he hit that one a lot straighter. And no stopping him when he's in that mood.
The pressure is really and truly on Linda. Let's see how he would respond. Will he fold or will he produce a good delivery? Good delivery. Gale plays that up into the onside, fielded by Bavuma at mid-on. He's kept on 29 from 21 deliveries. Over number 14. West Indies 141 for 2. Needing 20 more runs for victory. Here is Linda again to bowl to Gale, and Gale is pulling that high. That's going, wouldn't cross the boundary, wouldn't get across the boundary, not timing it well. And that delivery a bit deceived in the flight there, Gale not getting it from the middle. Still gets a single for 142 it is for the loss of 2, and Gale moves to 30. Brings Russell into strike. Jamaican combination of Gale and Russell. It might be a contest as to who could hit the ball harder in this too. Very powerful men.
2 guys with some very healthy strike rate. Christopher Gale 140, Andre Russell 151. So they used to hitting the ball all over the field and scoring very quickly in this format of the game. and executing that perfectly here today.
So we're back with Linda to bowl to Russell, and Russell off the back foot guides that up into the cover region. He can score. He's kept on 6. I think it would be surprising to most that Evan Lewis has the best average among those players currently on show in the T20. Here is Russell hitting that through mid-wicket. That's gone between mid-wicket and backward square for 4. Shot, and he really helped that for 4. So 4 more to Russell, 4 more to the total. 146 it is for 2. Russell moves up to 10.
Well, it's raining boundaries here at the National Stadium in Grenada. This West Indian batsmen, they are on the attack. The South Africans, their character will be put into question. They have handled the situation thus far quite well, but Christopher Gale taking off from where Evan Lewis left, playing so many shots, hitting so many sixes, and together with Andre Russell, making this 160 scored by South Africa, making it look rather meager at this moment.
146 for 2. That's the latest score at the National Stadium in Grenada.
Old-time bakers in Bim bake from home. Remember the Dutch oven made of stone? Then came the bread cart. Oh, you could smell that bread a mile away. And then there was the bread van. Many have made a living selling from them. Now, your bread is as close to your home as you can get it, because there's sure to be a Crumbs bakery near you for a wide variety of fresh cakes, pastries, and bread.
Crumbs, so good, even down to the last crumb.
Rabada to Gale, who is turning that off his legs down through backward square for 1. So he moves up to 31, 147 it is for 2. West Indies inching closer and closer to a dominant victory, needing only 14 more runs. And no doubt the fans, or the few fans at the National Stadium, will be very happy with the performance that they've seen from the West Indian batsmen. In fact, it's Ngidi who's been brought back into the attack. 2.1 overs, none for 32. He was really under the pump, especially from Lewis. Here he is again now, begins to move in to bowl to Russell, and Russell is hitting that. That's gone. That's a huge hit. That's gone for 6. Way into the stands, into the top tier of the stands. A flick of the wrist. Full toss by Ngidi, getting the full treatment from Russell. He moves to 16, 153 it is for the loss of 2. And West Indies is doing this in a hurry, Tony.
Yes, another 6, another badly line delivery, full toss. And Andre Russell, as powerful as he is, just, clipped it over mid-wicket and crashed into the stands again. It's a big 6. And South Africa really under the pump here today.
It's almost as if the T20 players are saying, we're here for revenge for what you did to us for what you did to the team in the Test cricket. So West Indies looking to stamp the authority, saying this format, that's where we're champions, and they are the champions of the world. 153 it is. So 8 runs from 34 balls should be a cakewalk from here.
Great entertainment, Francis. Magnificent entertainment by these West Indian batters.
You see, the Prime Minister is putting his hand on his head. The ball may have gone very close to him. Yes, we're back with Ngidi. And he will be bowling to Russell. Russell settles, waits for Ngidi. And he's pulling that again. Another short delivery, not connecting properly, not timing it well. And it's in it up into the mid-wicket region. He gets another single. 17 to Russell, 31 to Gale, 154 for 2. West Indies in pursuit of 160. Just 1 hit away. The West Indies, 7 more runs needed. Tony, we know that normally once there's cricket in the stadium, with full capacity, as Gale is deceived by a short delivery, change up lying there by Ngidi, just taps it into the onside, and then he gets a single, moves up to 32. 155 it is for the loss of 2, but the world has changed since the pandemic. There is requirements for persons to come to the stadium, And the sprinkling of spectators that's the National Stadium, they're treated to some fine batsmanship by the West Indians. 155 for 2. It's Russell into strike. He waits for Ngidi. Here he is now to Russell, and Russell is looking to heave a short delivery over the mid-wicket boundary. Again deceived in pace. Slower delivery by Ngidi. And Russell not making contact. That one going through to be taken by De Kock. Ngidi very expensive. 2.5 overs, none for 40. Almost a baptism of fire.
It is. They're really under pressure. And this West Indians are totally dominated.
Here is Ngidi in cool conditions at the National Stadium in Grenada to bowl to Russell, and Russell is hitting that high. That's gone. That's a huge 6. That's a victory for the West Indies. Andre Russell smashing that over mid-wicket. That's gone into the stands. West Indies winning handsomely by some 8 wickets. Russell hitting the winning run. A 6 off Ngidi, and the West Indies starting in a dominant manner in this 5-match T20 series, Tony.
Yes, well, I think they have made the message very clear. They have sent a statement out to South Africa. Look, you would have dominated the Test series. You'd have humiliated us in the Test series in St. Lucia. However, this is our game. We are the kings of the world. We are the T20 champions. They came here today at the National Stadium, obviously with a plan. They bowled well, they executed well, and the batters followed up with some tremendous entertainment. A lot of 6s hit here at the National Stadium. Good victory for the West Indies.
That definitely good victory for the West Indies, and West Indies pretty much showing the dominance here in this format, and really and truly from the first ball, the West Indies were basically in charge of this run chase. Excellent start by Fletcher and Lewis, and good batting from Gale and Russell to take it home. At no point in time the West Indies looked in any trouble whatsoever.
Well, I think the opening batters, they set it up quite well. Fletcher and, of course, Evan Lewis. Tremendous start. A strike rate that was really, really good. Very positive indeed. They came up with a plan. They came up with a purpose. South Africa was really a peg back, put under the pump. And the West Indies totally dominated in the batting department. It's a very good start by them to the series.
Well, definitely. West Indies winning the toss and sending South Africa to bat. South Africa scoring 160 runs. Van der Dussen, he basically was the pick of the batters for South Africa with 56. And also De Kock got 37. While Fabian Allen was the best bowler for the West Indies, 2 for 18. West Indies in their turn at the crease got off to an excellent start from Fletcher and Evan Lewis, and West Indies pretty much dominating the encounter. Lewis with 71, Fletcher 30, and as we look at the South African batting card for you, we can see that Hendricks 17, De Kock 37, Bavuma 22, Van der Dussen 56. The first 4 batters getting into double figures. Nobody really going on except Van der Dussen. The West Indies bowling, Sinclair, he was very expensive, 2 overs for 21. Holder 3 overs for 29 runs. He picked up a wicket. Fabian Allen, the best of the bowlers, 4 overs, 2 for 18. Russell 3 overs, 1 for 29. McCoy 4 overs for 30. Bravo 4 overs, 2 for 30 also. Bravo showing his class, showing his experience, but in the bowling department, Aline was the stood-out bowler. When West Indies started, Fletcher and Lewis really got off to a flyer and took control of the game from the beginning. Fletcher, he was run out for 30. Lewis caught Miller of Shamsi for 71. Gale not out on 32, and Russell not out on 23. West Indies really dominating this encounter, Tony.
Yeah, I think that West Indies has shown some good discipline in the bowling department. I don't think we saw a no ball when the West Indies bowled. So we saw very good discipline in the bowling department. Backed up by some good fielding also. The fielding was good, the catching was good, and followed up by some tremendous entertaining batting by Lewis and Fletcher starting it off. and Christopher Gale and Andre Russell just finishing it off in the end. Very good victory for the West Indies.
Oh, very good victory. And the South African bowlers was really under pressure. Shamsi, the only successful bowler, picking up 1 for 27. Ngidi, he went for 46. Rabada, who really tormented the West Indian batsmen in the test matches. He went for 32 from 3 overs. And the T20 West Indian players really showing South Africa this is a completely different kettle of fish. So West Indies getting off to a winning start in the first of 5 T20s at the National Stadium in Grenada. As we go over to the post-match ceremony and get some comments. Okay, we apologize for the short break, and as we will attempt to go over to the post-match ceremony shortly. But Tony, a wonderful start to the 5-match series.
Yes, brilliant start, especially by the West Indies. Like I said before, great discipline shown, and it's good to see West Indies winning. It means so much to West Indians from Jamaica in the north to Guyana in the south, and also to all those West Indians who are in the diaspora. It's good to see West Indies back in winning role. This is 5 T20 internationals in Grenada here. We're going to see 4 more matches being played. And the West Indies want to ensure that they dominate the series as they build a team to contest the T20 World Cup. And so by and large, I think that it's good for them. South Africa will have to come back better on tomorrow. But however, I think West Indies would be very pleased with their performance so far.
Thanks for the entertainment today. Celebrate your Player of the Match award. All the very best. Thanks.
Wonderful by the player of the match, Evan Lewis, with that fantastic 71 of 35. He had 4 fours and 7 sixes in that. And one of those sixes is our MasterCard priceless moment of the match. This took him to his 50. One of the shots of the day, straight down the ground. And
well, we're back with you at the National Stadium. Just to let you know that the West Indies completed victory over South Africa in the first encounter in the 5-match T20 series. West Indies winning by 8 wickets. Evan Lewis, the man of the match, 71 runs. Tony, excellent knock by Lewis.
Yeah, he's played a great role today. Really batted well. Started very positive with Andre Fletcher. He's that sort of player. When he isn't on a roll, he's on a roll. He hits a lot of sixes. It's 7 of them today. Generally in his T20 career, he hits more 6s than 4s. Prior to this game, I think he had some 77 6s and some 74 4s. So this gives you an indication in terms of the way he bats. And very, very good knock today for the West Indies. And setting up this T20 tournament, this 5 T20 matches here at the National Stadium in Grenada. So generally, hats off to the West Indies. Well done.
Well, definitely, West Indies making a statement today in the very first T20 at the National Stadium in Grenada. We look forward to bringing this commentary to you again tomorrow when the West Indies would take on South Africa. From all of us at the National Stadium.
This is Real FM Radio with live cricket coverage. This games comes to you compliments Republic Bank Grenada Limited, the National Lotteries Authority, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, Grenlec, Grenada Tourism Authority, and Calico Shopping Center. This is Real FM Radio, broadcasting live at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium in St. George's, Grenada. The T20 series between West Indies and South Africa, which comes to you compliments the Grenada National Lotteries Authority. which comes to you compliments the Grenada Tourism Authority.
I got my birthday money and I am going to save it. I got my tour's money and I am going to save it.
Children, can you tell me what you're saving for?
I'm saving for a bicycle. I'm saving for a laptop. I'm saving for a video game.
I'm saving for my first family vacation.
Whatever the savings goal, a Right Start account at Republic Bank helps children plan today for a brighter tomorrow. Account holders get free Republic Bank tokens.
When you think of Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, what comes to mind? A reliable financial institution that has stood the test of time. Maybe you think about the convenience and quality financial service they provide. Do you think about their readiness to help you retire, achieve your academic goals, build your dream home, buy the piece of land, or the elegant car? Or maybe the convenience of their different locations, Jubilee Street in Grenville, or the new outlet on Lucas Street in St. George's in the Derek Sylvester building. Maybe you always consider how they're always a phone call away. 442-8602 or 438-4228. They're also online, www.grenvillecreditunion.com. No matter what comes to mind, remember, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is the best place to save and to borrow, working with you to make your brighter tomorrow.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.